Welcome into the Dice Dragons Guild. In this hall, we unite under one banner. Live by the die.
Die by the die.
Ooh. Better than median, I'll take it.
Let's see. Oh, you guys got lucky today. All right. Going around the table for our first roll, my pen doesn't want to work, is, let's start over here.
9.
9 for Iolite. Oh my god, my pen. Okay. 9.
18.
18 for
hey.
Ayla.
Hey.
Those vacation had good thing on those rolls.
14.
6.
Oh.
11.
11. So we did have
3
some
people above 10.
Yeah,
that's
it's
actually really good for us.
That's good for us. That is
Actually
really
good.
good.
I think last time it was pretty bad.
Yeah, I don't think anybody got it like a double digit at all.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe nobody.
We'll see if this kind of dictates how things are going to go today. We're in the middle of the road. It should be pretty good. Thank you for tuning in. Hi, Fitz. I am Izzi, your lore master, and today with me I have...
Hi, I'm Julie. I play Kethra.
Hi, I'm Patrick. I play Kai.
I'm Adam. I play Eldon.
I'm Cuba. I play Ayla.
I'm Amanda. I play Iolite.
And thank you for joining us. If you are hanging
You're not going to
out...
introduce yourself?
She did.
Did I do myself
Did you?
first?
Yeah, she went first.
I'm Izzy, your lore master.
Do it again.
Right? Did she? I don't know. I'm not fully brain here yet.
If you're hanging out live on Twitch, you can use your channel points to give rerolls and lucky points. And thank you so much, thank you so much, Fitz, for giving me an auto success today. Nat 20s. So yeah, just use your channel points for that. All of the auto successes go to me. If you're watching the VODs on YouTube,
What?
you can please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, but also we invite you to become members. We are partners on YouTube, which means that you can get access to VODs and everything a little bit early, and as well as badges and stickers and things like that. In addition, we do have the after session debriefs and Q&A, and those are available to patrons and members of YouTube. On Patreon, you can check out the perks of becoming a member. There's thank you gifts like keychains and dice trays from our friends at Almost Critical, and as well as access to the VODs and the podcasts. And a big thank you and welcome to our free patrons. We are still looking to try to get over that 50, so we'll keep at it. Merch. You can go to tinyurl.com/DDG merch. We got a bunch of merch going.
Technically wearing it, but it's on my lap.
You're not.
It's in the laundry basket.
We've got
We have yet to have a full table of merch.
hoodies and
I mean,
hats.
I could hold up that shirt over there.
Yes, it's still free for the taking. And then every once in a while, we are going to do a giveaway link, which I think I'll do next time. If you watch at the end of our premiere, you will get access to a giveaway link where you'll be able to get free merch that day. I gave it to a little girl who just recently discovered the beauty of dice. And so New England... D&D New England, a dad posted about how his daughter was getting into dice and posted a picture of her with all of her dice. And that's
I think I saw that one.
yeah,
It's adorable.
so I gave him the link for her. So she's out there repping some Dice Dragons Guild.
Nice.
I think it's a Live by the Die, Die by the Die sweatshirt. Enclave. So those of you who've been hanging out with us on Mondays at 8:30 p.m., it's every other Monday. So tomorrow, actually. We are hosting Enclave. It is a diceless ttrpg by our new friend Robbie Howell. He is running the game for all the folks. It's his game. He does a beautiful job running it. It's really easy to pick up. Every session is a new mission, so they're all standalone, but you can level up your characters as you go. Lots of fun. And you can check out the VODs on our YouTube, as well as going to his YouTube, which is Robbie Lava Games, Robbie with a Y. And you can purchase the game on Etsy, robbielavagames.etsy.com. And just check out how you can play the game. Lots of actual plays. The game can be run in about like 3 to 6 hours, just like any kind of general D&D session as well, but much different system, like I said, no dice. So, and then that's all I've got. All right. Let us.
Soak it in.
Now it smells like D&D in here.
I mean, I did light one a little while ago before everybody got
we
here.
were all excited. I was looking for it. I was like, he's going to pop out.
Hey!
All right, let's begin. Kai's scream pierces the air, a primal sound of agony as if something is being torn from him. You feel a pang of empathy, a shared sense of pain before you're pulled back into the past. You find yourself in the dimly lit laboratory of the Sidereal Assembly, bound to a chair, your body racked with unbearable pain emanating from the opalescent shard embedded in your chest. Your screams fill the chamber, echoing off the stone walls in a haunting chorus of agony. A voice cries out, "Stop! Stop!" Amidst the cacophony of your cries, Alora Goldenleaf rushes to your side, her dark brown braids swaying with each hurried movement. With deft hands, she releases the straps that bind you until finally you are free, your body trembling with the aftermath of the ordeal. Iolite, can you hear me? Are you all right?
Yeah. I think so.
Your head spins as you try to make sense of your surroundings. You recall the sensation of agony coursing through your veins like trying to extract water from a stone. Or was it blood? You hear your own voice murmuring, "Blood from a stone." As you struggle to regain your bearings, Headmaster Valiun Kaigeros enters your blurred vision, his gold spectacles hanging from a chain around his neck, swinging slightly and momentarily giving you something to focus on. His golden almond-shaped eyes hold a depth of wisdom and curiosity as he approaches. Iolite, my apologies for the pain you've endured. How are you feeling?
It was really bad. Please don't make me do that again.
He places his hand on your shoulder and just kind of stands beside you, slightly hunched over with a little bit of concern, but you can also hear this level of excitement that's contained in his voice. When the two shards were brought close to your body, the energy within you began to grow. It suggests that bringing the shards together may significantly increase your powers. And did you notice the other magical items in the room, Alora? They seem to glow faintly, though we're not yet certain of the significance. And Alora, still at your side, she interjects with reassurance. But we won't be attempting that again. Not until we fully understand what the effects are on both the shards and on you, Iolite. The other two shards appear to be larger than the one you carry within you. And you see Valiant just nods in agreement. And his expression is a mixture of solemn, but also that excitement that still lingers in the back of his head. And he just acknowledges the limits of the understanding that they currently have. And he's looking at Alora in this moment, and he just says, "Indeed, our testing for today is concluded. Iolite, you've endured enough. Rest now. We'll get Desi to carry you back to your room." And as your consciousness fades, you're pulled back to the present where Kai's scream tapers off, and you watch the child that had been standing outside of the glass window of the shop-made temporary home melt into a reddish-black ooze and slip out of sight. While Kai reels and you move forward to keep him upright, you both look through the large panes of shop glass and across the street where another Kai forms underneath the dimly glowing lamplight. He smirks before being pulled back into the darkness. At this point, the rest of you also would start to wake up from where you are sleeping. But you are currently in the room, and as you look out, you begin to see that there are other shadows starting to move in the darkness.
Inside or outside?
Outside.
I think we all want to know what a Kai scream sounds like.
Oh my god, I've never heard you sound like that guy.
Piercing.
Something's really wrong with him, you guys.
Exasperated pain.
Ow! That really hurt.
The Peter Griffin.
It's really like the facade dropping. It's like, ooh.
So what are you doing?
Obviously run into the room. He's like, what in the nine hells is going on here?
What the fuck happened?
They're out there. Something. Like what was with you in the dumpster. They don't have to be touching us.
That is not comforting at all.
How far? Where? Through the window?
Through the window.
How far is he from the window?
Well, they were closer to the window and have pulled back since then. The individual was right on the other side of the glass.
It looked like it became an ooze. And then it looked like me.
Oh, good. Good. That is fucking good.
So now we have an ooze Kai floating around? Oh, fuck.
I don't think we can stay here much longer.
We need to get the hell out of here. Like, now. Like, 3 days ago, bad. Like...
That was a little one, and it rocked your shit just then.
I'm not feeling very well right now.
Oh, you took a lot of damage, right?
Oh yeah, I took a lot of damage.
Iolite, you notice over on the table, or a table in this room, where you had placed down the tablet that you had first held on to, you see that that tablet now has a little red light that is flashing on and off.
It's recording.
I mean, it is an iPad.
It makes me think of the little BlackBerry, like light that used to flash. But this wasn't doing this before.
Perhaps we should take it with us.
Yeah. I don't remember how many hit points I have.
That was in my fucking head. I'm not gonna lie. That high-pitched whine.
No, I heard it too.
This whole time I looked at everybody and nobody said a damn thing. And I was like, this is in my fucking head. This whole time I was like, I'm going to have a fucking embolism in my brain right now. I'm just going to be like, yeah, anyway.
Because I don't remember at this point, I gave everybody like temporary hit points and like extended current, right?
We all had the 10 from the ghost. But those of us who got hit no longer have the temporary. Everyone else has 10 temporary hit points.
I'm just trying to remember how to play the game. Cause I can, yeah.
It's been a while.
Well, because I have it says plus, I have 10 temporary, and then I think I overrode my maximum HP. So I think I had cast aid at everybody, and then did like a song of some bullshit that gives you stuff. So I'm just trying to, like, if I already did it, I don't think
don't
Trying to
think.
figure out if I can do it again to help, because all I have to heal is like mass healing word,
Oh,
which
I have things.
I don't
I
think
have
anybody
things.
needs.
I have
other than
things.
you.
I was gonna say, well, Eldon will put his hand on Kai's shoulder, and that won't do much, but he'll close his eyes and cast Cure Wounds at first level.
Okay.
You roll it.
Yeah, that's right.
I believe it's a D8 plus your wisdom.
So
Spellcasting modifier, yes.
you see the tablet is flashing, and you also remember that like everything around except for like the glowing lantern type things, nothing else that you have seen has actually been powered. So the fact that it is flashing right now means that it currently has some kind of power,
Okay.
possibly from when you touched it.
All right. Does someone want to check that out? I don't know if I should touch it right now. Just based on how things were going for me prior to the session.
Eldon will play Temple Run on it.
Okay. I don't need to lose any more hit points right now.
You start like touching the flat metal tablet piece, and you see that it very faintly begins coming up, and you hear a voice, and you don't know what you're doing, so just kind of like touching as it like this holographic image of symbols and things that you can swipe, and you see things moving as you're shifting things around, and then very faintly you hear a voice that emanates from the tablet, and at first you don't understand. It's like a voice that is saying something, and as you look around at everyone else, you see this very, very faint, almost like a mist that like kind of scans up, a line of mist that kind of goes up and down, emanating from the tablet, and then disappears before you hear in Eporian out loud to you that says, "Hello, I am Gaia. How can I help you today?"
Does anybody else understand Aquarian or no?
I don't believe so.
I don't think so.
I'm not sure. 'Cause
No.
I don't know if I have the extra languages, because you said Kai would know. a couple extra.
Kai would know Median from being close, and then there's the Grand Duchy of Stella something next door. Calasian, Common, and Devenian. But I don't believe he would know Eporian.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. Yeah.
I'm holding it. Hi, Gaia. What are you?
I am Gaia, the Githian artificial intelligence assistant. How can I help you?
Do you understand what he is saying?
Was that still an Emporian?
It was an Eporian.
What is artificial intelligence? And then he's gonna tell everybody. It says its name is Gaia.
It is a piece of metal.
It is talking to me in my language.
I have been developed to help.
It has been developed to help.
How can I assist you today?
How can she assist us today?
Get the fuck out of here.
Can you tell us what those things are and how to get out of here?
What's the quickest way out of the city?
Can you tell us what those things are outside and the quickest way out of the city? He's very confused.
Just for
doing what he's
fun,
told.
what does Eporian sound like?
Porian is a reptilian language, episode.
Oh.
Say lots of like hissing and
I'm
smacking.
thinking Italian or something.
It's beautiful.
No, I know. I was
Oh,
thinking
oh.
like you were like we're sitting here listening to you speak something that sounds like Italian or
Definitely
French,
sounds
but you're
more-
sitting there
it's definitely
grunting.
more-
Speaking lizard.
More to like Klingon than it is beautiful.
She responds to you, I apologize. When you are referring to thing, can you please be more specific?
Unfortunately, I remember I listened to the episode, but I can't remember. Did they have a certain form beforehand? Those ooze creatures.
It looked like, now that you know the name of them, it looks like a gith. Because that would be the first time any of us have heard
Awesome, but Adam doesn't know what he is.
gith.
Adam didn't do his
Yeah,
homework.
because it was Gith AI.
Gith looks like an elf with a higher but
Oh, that's
Crested
right.
nose.
And it had razor
Right.
or jet serrated ears. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
Humanoid creatures with serrated ears. Humanoid.
What you would be referring to is the Gith, the original inhabitants of this city.
They're called Gith, and they were the original inhabitants of the city. Who made this place?
ask it, who inhabits the city now?
Do you know who holds this city now?
No one inhabits this city now. The Gith were evacuated in the year 8758 due to an influx of Oblex.
Hold on, please. Do you have the capability to speak many languages?
Which language would you like for me to speak?
Common?
You see the mist kind of like scans up and down. You feel nothing. You just see. And then all of you hear in common. I am now speaking in common.
I told you. This is Gaia. Say hi, Gaia.
Hi, Gaia.
Hi, Gaia.
Hello.
Can you repeat what you said? The year 8000? The Gith?
The original inhabitants of this city were the Gith, but they evacuated in the year 8758. The city has been overrun by Oblex.
Gaia, what's an oblek?
An Oblex is an extraordinarily intelligent ooze created by mind flayers that feed on other creatures' memories. They are capable of using those memories to create replicas of their victims, which they use to further hunt and feed. They are weak to fire. They are immune to being blinded, to being knocked down, to being attacked physically.
Okay, get your fire ready.
Gaia, do you know what the quickest way out of the city towards... And Kyle described that temple area where they came in through the tunnel. I don't remember which direction we came from.
There are numerous temples throughout the city, many of which are elevated. I can lead you to the elevators. However, it appears, and then it pauses for a moment, it appears that there is no or limited power. The core has been compromised. However, limited power remains. The quickest way to exit would be to enter the code that you were given to evacuate into this tablet and be sent to reach the ship. However, I fear that it is no longer in the area.
It sets sail, I presume.
When you say ship, you do not mean naval vessel, I'm assuming.
No. The Gith were ordered to evacuate from this area into a ship awaiting them in the astral plane. I do have the last announcement from the Githian leader, if you would like to listen.
Please.
One moment.
You should do like a Siri voice.
Yeah.
You hear that
Siri
like
voice.
that little thing where it's going.
When you have those things looking for an answer for you.
Accessing. Emergency announcement from Githian leader Simray. You see on the screen, it projects a basically like a parallel image from the flat tablet. You see before you a stunning looking Gith. This individual is decked out in all kinds of accessories. There are beautiful pieces of metal that almost seem to kind of like float off of their body. There are other gems and things that seem to like float around their head. This is clearly somebody who is a upper echelon type person. They have interesting makeup. You see some of the symbols that have been either painted or tattooed or otherwise adorning their face and neck are very similar to the writings that you have seen that almost are in that like spoked pattern. And they begin speaking, and then it stops for a moment and the voice says translating, and then begins again. And this person has a very like stoic look on their face. Their hands like never move from the front of their body. You can see them maybe from about the like hips up. Beautiful outfit, all kinds of things floating around. It gives you an idea of like the clothing that you had seen as you were walking through and the pieces that just seemed to be disjointed. Something else was holding them together whenever these folks were actually living in this city. And the announcement begins, "Greetings, cherished citizens of our illustrious Githian realm. In this solemn hour, I come before you with a heart heavy with the weight of responsibility and love. Today we confront a dire challenge that threatens the very essence of our existence. The insidious presence of oblexes among our midst, agents of deception sent forth by the dreaded Geek. Oh, how the tendrils of uncertainty wrap around us, casting shadows upon our once vibrant world. But fear not, dear ones, for in unity lies our strength, and in courage our hope. I beseech thee, dear brethren, to gather your treasured possessions with care, for between the sacred hours of 13 and 15, our valiant protectors in the astral plane shall await us, ready to whisk us away to sanctuary. Know this, beloved kin, our technology shall sift through the veil of deceit, ensuring only the untainted souls may journey forth. Let us steel our hearts, for the path ahead may test our resolve, and the sacrifices we make may weigh heavy upon us. Yet, amidst the echoes of sorrow, let us hold fast to the tapestry of memories woven through the annals of time, for it is our shared legacy of love and joy that shall light our way through the darkest of nights. As we bid farewell to this familiar shore, let us embrace the dawn of a new horizon where the promise of freedom beckons, untainted by the shadows of our past. Together, hand in hand, we shall chart a course towards worlds uncharted, where the song of our resilience shall echo through the ages. Stand tall, dearest brethren, for though the road may be long and arduous, our spirits shall soar on the wings of unity, and our journey shall be guided by the light of unwavering hope." End of announcement.
Well, we now know what happened to everyone in the city. They evacuated.
I hope they made it.
Does the city have a name, Gaia?
This is the city of Kairos.
Gaia, What is a mind flayer?
A mind flayer is an insidious creature who seeks the sustenance of other humanoids by way of extracting their brain.
Extreme.
They are former slaveholders of the Gith and sworn enemies.
Gaia, are they the ones depicted in the temple with the tentacles off their faces?
Yes.
We need to go.
We need to leave now.
How close were we to the building we were trying to go to in the center?
You're probably, to put it in perspective, you think you're maybe 45 minutes an hour, but that was like trying to leisurely try to figure out where to go. You're much further away from where you came from.
Gaia, what powers this place?
The core, which was extracted from M-type asteroids floating within the astral plane.
Is
That was her powering down.
You're wasting my time. Is there a piece of this core asteroid in this room?
No.
No, there's not one right here.
Is there a Type M asteroid in this room?
You see it kind of does that light mist expands out. It doesn't fill the entire room, but there's a scan. And then it comes back in. Yes.
Why is everyone looking at me?
Because you turned it on.
Is that what I have? Type M. What's the M?
You see it, again, the scan, as you have not been the one that has been, like, kind of interacting with it. It scans you up and down. And then answers. M stands for metallic.
Is Gaia, is there a way out of here through this core?
No. The core is a power source. The power source powers everything within the city.
So they took it when they left? Is that what?
No. The
No.
core exists within the center of the city.
Oh. Why isn't anything working if it's here?
It kind of... You see there's like little lights that light up and then shut down. Unfortunately, I am not connected any further to the weave within the city. It appears that the power is too low and nothing is being fully powered.
No, it's interesting that we need the fastest way out of here lit up for us. Can you show us the fastest way to the surface?
The fastest way to the surface, and it kind of shows an outline of this map, and it projects it up, and you see all of it's very circular in nature. Lots of circles. The whole thing is in would likely be in a dome. You see little blips that it shows you on the map. These are the elevators. However, without the core being more fully powered, the elevators will not work. It shows you multiple along the side too. As you're looking, you can see all along the edges of the map there appear to be multiple buildings that some of which have symbols that appear to be very similar to the statue that you saw. There's numerous ones on the outer edge.
Could you guide us, Gaia, to the core?
I may be able to do so. My power is very low. And it kind of shows you the path to get to the core on the screen that it's showing you right now.
Perhaps you could power one of these elevators.
Or if we can get to the core and get the core working, the city, however it powers it, perhaps if we can get to the core, then we can get the elevators working.
It seems dangerous, but then again...
It took us almost a whole day to get this far. I don't think that we'll be able to make it out the same way without running into... You said it was an oobleck?
Oblex. Elder Oblex.
I think they've been following us most of this time anyways.
And waited till we were far enough into the city that we couldn't just turn around.
That means they're intelligent.
Elder Oblex are extremely intelligent.
Elder Oblex are extremely
We understand it.
It's in common now.
They are capable of speaking multiple languages.
Gaia, was this city built here, or was it brought here?
This city was built here by the Gith after escaping enslavement from the Mind Flayers.
And what do you know of the world outside of this city? Did the Gith ever come out?
Yes. The world of Cryosian.
I think you're mistaken.
We know it as Eleothis.
It has no answer for you. Like, okay, and? You asked, I answered. I'm just going to turn off the heat.
Oh, I can feel that.
We do not think that the asteroid within you can power an elevator.
Well, we saw it hurts Iolite every time she touches any of this stuff inside of the city. I mean, just touching that small block hurt her. I can't imagine something that would get us all the way back to the surface. I can't imagine that would be very good for you, Iolite.
Gaia, is there a startup sequence? A way to start the core?
That kind of information was not shared with the general public. I'm a personal tablet. The information that I have is common knowledge for the average citizen.
Here's an
Of
update from
Cryos.
Apple.
Maybe if we see the core, we can figure out how to give it a little jump start.
We apparently have very little options.
As you are saying that, you see a figure that's just kind of standing on the other side of the glass. You all have like moved away. Obviously, you wouldn't just be standing right at the edge.
Gaia, is this?
And as they're just kind of standing there looking at you, but not in a like dead eye kind of just staring, but they're just like looking as if they are a regular person,
Like we're at the zoo.
like
we're the animals in the
confused
zoo.
about like who you are and why you're here.
Why are they at
Just
Bill's
like-
house?
Yeah.
I think we should head towards the core as soon as possible.
The woman in the tablet, you said fire is effective against these creatures.
Yes.
You see produce flame pop up in Kethra's hand, like, okay, I'm ready.
Yes. Does it harm them? Keep them away?
Both. Fire will harm them. It will also prevent them from being able to use some of their powers for a short time.
What about bright lights?
The obelisk are not able to be blinded. They do not see, they sense. The creatures that you see roaming around are extensions of the obelisk, built off of the memories that they have stolen. You will take care not to get too close, for what they steal cannot be taken back.
How close must they get?
Typically, you are at risk if you are within 10 or so feet. However, elder obelisks have been known to extend that risk.
Is there a back door to this place? We need to get out of here now.
You see another couple of, like across the street in that faded, dim colored light, another couple of individuals that just kind of like walk over, all of them looking to be the Gith. You see their clothing. Now that there's one still just kind of standing at the window and looking at you, they actually knock on it. Like, and you hear them say something that, as you're looking at them, it's probably something like, hello. It's just like knocking.
Hey, baby.
Let me in.
This is mostly like a crazy metal city, but is there any like wooden furniture in this room or house?
Yeah, there's a combination of stuff. In fact, there's another material that you don't recognize at all, which you would as a person now, as plastic. There's all kinds of stuff here that I would say the majority, honestly, is going to be metal and plastic, but there's wood and there's...
Like, are there, like, if there's chairs or couches that we can, like, snap off and then light on fire to bring around as torches?
Not so much that. I would say if there's anything that you do snap off and try to light it on fire, like if you were to light that on fire, the smell and the fumes, like this isn't
kind of dizzy.
the world that you're seeing around you is you're not familiar with at all. This is it's ancient but much more advanced.
Yeah, that's why she's just like, oh, there's wooden chairs. Let's smash them and light them and make
You
torches.
light it, you're like, oh my god, and then it
Use,
glows
modern
a different
language, 'cause
color.
Even the word I said, like startup sequence.
Right, yeah,
that
I was like,
not the right word.
no.
I was like, shit.
Is there a crank lever to activate
We're
the
literally the evil
drawbridge?
people that are gonna try to go start a nuclear reactor core.
Yeah, right.
So there's nothing we can light on fire in here successfully without getting high.
You can certainly try. Yeah, you're less likely. Like looking around, they probably didn't. Like they probably had a restaurant somewhere that was like, oh, look at this quaint like pizza oven that has real fire in it. Like they just something about this is beyond you. Like elevators, you don't technically even know what that is.
No, I have no idea what it is.
All Kai knows is Gaia said
Says
that'll get us to the top.
Yeah, I mean the word elevator, so you can put two and two together. But
Was there a back door to this place? I can't remember.
I don't know.
so you're
So I think we
No,
chose it because there wasn't one, right?
yeah, you came in and it's like a shop / person's home. So there's a door. There could be a back door if you go searching for it.
I'm just gonna go investigate.
Okay, make an investigation check.
I'm just gonna heal myself a little while I was doing that.
When how did you just send me an attachment?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
You see another knock
14.
or hear another knock. Okay, yeah, you start going and looking in the back, trying to find a back door. You see like somebody knocks and then another one comes over and they start having like a conversation outside of the window. Another person looks through and can see the door that you all had, and most of these doors are sliding doors in some fashion. And you can see them talking to each other. Like this isn't like zombies walking around. These individuals are having a conversation outside the window, and then you see them start like they're going to head over to that door.
Let's go.
14, I will say that in the... You know what? I'm going to roll for it. Let's let the dice decide. Odds, evens. Odds, there's a back door, and evens, there's not. I can't read my own dice. They're very pretty. You, after only maybe a minute or two of searching, you see another door that you kind of slide in the back room, and it goes out into, I guess, an alleyway that kind of links over. There's another couple of houses or businesses, and peeking out either way, you don't see anything right now. But the rest of you can see that they're coming over, and then they start kind of like pushing on the door. You have seen whatever it was that attacked Kethra and then attacked you later, but you saw it slip through a very small crack. So right now you can see it trying to
firebolt as soon as like that door cracks.
Okay. So they haven't quite cracked it yet. You can see them pushing. If they were to get a crack, they're probably slipping underneath and getting it.
As they're jiggling it, I'm just
Eldon.
going to shoot a firebolt at the door.
Okay.
Like
It stops for a moment.
whisper yell, you know, like that. Come on, guy! Like trying not to let those things hear.
Okay.
Tell everybody there's a door.
All right. You all following?
Wait, Kai, I'm going to take out this like blue scarf that I have in my bag and I use when it's convenient for me. I know this isn't usually your style, but I'm going to put it around your neck and like tie it, like just so we know who's the real Kai.
Smart idea.
Well, aren't the other ones like have no color? They're in shadow, right?
No, they're full on. It's
Oh,
just you can't.
I thought they were like
It's a good idea.
like negative link. They're negative link.
No,
They're just all
They
black,
are
but
full,
Oh.
regular people that you are seeing. You've never seen these types of people before, but no, full, beautiful colors. They're wearing clothing that apparently is of their time. The Kai across the street. The only reason why I'm saying in shadow is because you're in darkness right now.
Okay.
The only thing that's really lighting up what you can see is those glowing faintly lanterns. Everything else around, so like taking in what this Gaia has said, it appears that you're not sure. She says that the Gith were evacuated in the year 8758. What does that mean to you? You have no idea how long ago that was. It could have been 1,000 years ago. It could have been 25 years ago. Either way, the core has not been maintained by anybody, whatever that means, too. Like, do they have to go in? Do they have to check it? It appears that the lack of maintenance for this thing has dimmed. It is on its, either it's on its way out, or it just needs to get like booted up or refreshed. Who knows? I don't know.
Like sleep mode.
Yeah.
If we fuck this up, we're gonna turn this into like Hiroshima.
Oh, boy.
Balsted is like right above us.
The whole island just became
Bye bye,
a
Belston.
And that is the Yamari Archipelago.
Yeah. So
Yamari crater.
so it's very, very dark. Even as you kind of all step out into this alley and look up.
Well, because I'm trigger happy.
Yes.
I know you said there was stuff in the room that would catch fire but would really smell. As we're backing out, I'm just shooting firebolts to make sure this room catches flame. So if they like crack that door open, they'll at least be like, fire.
How many are you shooting? Because it takes 6 seconds to cast your spell. You could theoretically get 1 or 2 unless you're going to hang out there for 30 seconds. And
2.
okay. Make a roll. Make a d20 roll. Let's see.
For what? Just
to see how, like, for a room that's not full of IKEA furniture
8.
necessarily, like how long would it catch fire, or does it? Sorry. So
I've got a nervous pee.
you can go pee if you want. You can take a.
We're about to
quick
start
break.
running down an alleyway.
Well, you might want to go pee now.
Make it quick.
Make it quick. So yes.
He's gonna say, like, I'm still Did you take that from? No, you can't touch them. Or are you still wearing gloves?
I'm
Oh.
pretty sure you have gloves on.
I have
still.
gloves
Yeah,
on.
Kai-
That's
Kai
right. I
gave
forgot I
you-
had
I
gloves.
can't remember if you took it from me to have it scan it. No, I'm still holding it.
Yeah, you're still holding it because it scanned everybody.
He's gonna say, "Guy, we're being chased by Oblex. I was gonna say obelisk. Oblex. So we need to keep our volume low.
That will not be a problem, as I am losing power.
Can't just like.
Oh, I can.
As it sends you across.
Iolite, I'm gonna have you make a. What do I want this to be? Wisdom, intelligence, nature, survival. You choose. Wisdom, intelligence, nature, survival. Which one would you like? As you all are stepping out into the alley and trying to get your bearings, even looking at this map, like it's all well and good to have a map, but the first time you look at a city map is going to be, it's going to mean very little to you. So just trying to figure out exactly. It does have a little arrow, GPS arrow that kind of shows which direction the tablet is facing.
Is it like a 3D projection coming off?
It can be, as you're kind of like pressing around, you see like buttons that are floating, and as you press them, they go from like a 2D kind of map that's parallel to like a 3D. It almost is worse looking at it 3D because it's just so big.
I'm gonna do wisdom.
Okay.
23.
Nice.
Okay. You have had this just like feeling in the back of your head every time you looked up at the ceiling, and that even as you're standing out here, you look up one more time because the stars are your bread and butter. This is what you've always done, and you're below ground, but there's just something about the sky here that is very familiar but off. And I'll say that as the last like firebolt goes out of Ayla's hands, and like you shut the door behind you, and you can just like faintly smell the burning of some kind of chemical that you're not familiar with.
Asbestos.
You stop and turn to look. As Iolite, you're looking up and you're like, that's the night sky. Perfectly replicated. I recognize the unicorn constellation and the dragon and the minotaur, and you can see all of that. But there's just one more thing that's off about it. That you can't, like you see like little clusters of the stellar fungi that are forming in some way. You see, just as the rest of you like look down the alleyway and can see the shapes of about 3 or 4 of the Gith that are turning the corner, probably 30 feet away from you, Iolite, thinking about what Kethra said about the canopy, the silvered canopy. You notice that as you're training your eyes on all of the stars, there's like clusters that almost seem to be forming a path going to the north. The north, because you know from the stars which direction that would be, even though you're underground. It's almost like there's a yellow brick road kind of thing that is going off in a direction that just happens to be not the direction that the Gith are coming from at this moment. But you have to run right now as the Gith that are down the alleyway start to run in your direction.
Go, go, go.
This way.
So, we're going to do a mini game.
Boy.
I just got Produce Flame ready to launch it at anything. Just one at each hand. Just
Gaia's
launch.
Candy Crush pops up.
Did we bring the tablet with us?
You still have it.
Right? Yeah, I think Eldon has it.
Yeah. So,
She's like an NPC now. She's
I
like
love
she's like
it.
a group. She's like a part of the game now.
I know,
She's a
we
part
gotta
of the
keep
game
her.
now. We gotta keep Gaia now.
We have a little Cortana.
I was thinking more of like the Pokédex from Pokemon. You remember that, like a little like you know what I mean? That is a Pikachu.
so we are going to do Run.
The run game.
The run game. Run for your lives.
This is what she flashed me like 2 weeks. Like, this is what you're gonna do.
Oh my
And I was just
God.
like, all I saw was run.
This is what you're gonna do. Okay, so the way that this works, and I've been reading it over and over and over and over and over and over so that I would understand it. We're going to do 5 rounds. Each round is approximately 2 minutes long. So that's the amount of time that is passing. It's not 6 seconds. It is a round. We're gonna roll initiative. Well, you're not gonna roll initiative because you already did. Initiative is more of like a bidding war. So what that means is I'm gonna tell you what the DC is. You can decide to go higher, which will make it harder for you, but also harder for the Oblex, not me. Highest determines who goes first. So if I say it's a DC 12 and you're like, we're going to push it to a 13, you can have that, and then you get to decide whether I roll first or you roll first. Your action is going to be, this is like a skill challenge multiple thing, so everybody gets to decide what they're going to do to help you. You can either dash, which we're just going to say is going to be your default first action just to make it easier. Or you can choose from one of the others, which is Reckless Spirit, where you're going to run, you're going to push yourself. And the gap is going to widen, but you're going to get disadvantage on your skill checks to try to like push forward. Or you can fall back and create a complication, try to do a lookout, try to attack, try to cast a spell. You can like take an action. You want to get whatever you're choosing to do. You want 3 out of 5 of you to succeed on that DC that we chose. And then you're going to get to move forward, and we'll go through it the one time so that you see.
I'm thoroughly confused.
You're going to get to move forward, and then each one of you per round is going to roll a chase event, and then that's going to be the chaos that's thrown in. So, to start, one of you can choose one of your minis to represent all of you. I'm going to go ahead and keep track of it here.
Minis.
We'll just say this right here in the black.
You pick one to represent us all, I think she said.
Yeah, unless one of you decides to fall back, and then we'll get to that point. So,
I was just handing out everyone's.
Oh, I
minis.
put it there for you somebody to pick who to represent.
I think whoever goes first, that their mini should be the.
yeah, so you can give me that mini.
What mini?
Whoever's going to represent everyone.
Who's going first? Who
Me?
rolled the
It
highest?
doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
initiative
It doesn't
or no?
matter which mini it is. This is just going to represent all of you until.
Everything matters to us.
You are going to start 60 feet away from the Oblex. They are not going to be moving.
I'm sorry, I can't read. Big head, you fucking way.
It's all good.
And your dice rolls are going to determine how far you get.
Here.
At the end of 5
I'm gonna
rounds,
squish over.
you want to
I don't want to chase her off the table. I just wanted to be able to
you want to be at the end of 5 rounds. That's going to represent you guys getting to the core, which is where I'm assuming you're headed.
Well, I'm following the thing on the ceiling, which I assume is
Okay.
taking me there.
So we'll get to
We don't know.
What about
Yes.
Vulcan guy? Like, bring us!
Okay, so starting off, initiative. I'm going to say that I'm going with initiative DC 12. Does anybody want to go higher than that? It makes it harder for you, but also,
So
Should we play
that
it straight
if
for the
we-
first one?
so
Yeah,
3 of us
play
have
it
to
straight
roll
for the first
over
one.
Like a
12.
regular one?
yes.
Yeah, I
So,
agree.
Okay.
Let's start with it.
So-
Start
so
with
we're-
regular.
Let's
Always
not
roll.
like challenge it. Let's
I
not
was gonna
challenge
say
ourselves.
Shut up.
all right.
It's okay. We can start
Why do
with
we
the 12
need baby
'cause
steps?
It's the
Just-
first
just
round.
Jump in.
Fucking
Look, the best way to learn how to drive stick is by driving stick. All right.
rock in the middle of crap.
So, so everyone, you get to decide what you're gonna do. So you're dashing, but for this moment, basically kind of describe, as you're dashing forward, are you doing anything else? I'm going to let you, like, you're dashing, but you're also going to have this, like, kind of free reign to make a survival check, make a, you know, how do you want to help yourselves as you're running through this city that you are unfamiliar with?
If we are dashing and Kethra produce flame, you can, like, just kind of, like, throw one on the ground, essentially, right?
Yeah.
So if she does that, I will use thaumaturgy to make the flame brighter.
Okay.
Okay.
So the way to work it, like, yeah, okay, so you can do that. This
Like if
is,
she's like, huh, and I'll be like, ha!
this
I
is
can really chuck it. You just let me know what you want me to do with it.
so this is like more of a skill check. So are you trying to, what's the outcome that you're looking for by throwing flame down? Is it to get in the way? Is it to, like, catch something and try to, like, what do you?
More to create an obstacle, if I could.
Okay. So I would say that's probably, yeah. So in terms of what you're gonna roll, dexterity, strength, investigation to try to identify something,
I'm better at.
and then thaumaturgy. So you're going to try to roll, like, it's got to be something that you're trying to use a skill to
I fucked it
Make
up
a
right out
roll.
the gate.
Dex would be better because that's higher.
Okay. So you're trying to basically identify, as you're running, trying to put it in the right spot to get in the way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead and make a dexterity check. And then what are you rolling to try to...
D10?
Intimidation? Like, what is your...
Since we are
I think
doing this as
D12?
we're running full tilt,
It's going to be a D20, and you're going to add your dexterity modifier. And you're trying to beat a 12.
Is 9.
What
My dex
question? This says
modifier
fall back on your movement
plus-
speed and
plus 2.
Yeah.
how much is
By
the
one?
fall, the quote unquote fall back?
You're going to fall
By
back
one?
your normal speed. So...
I don't want to use it right out the gate, but I think I gotta. Missed it by 1.
So if you all win, let's say you get 3, you're gonna
that was worth
move.
it. Okay.
You're gonna move forward many feet above. If you choose not to dash, then you're gonna pull back to your 25, like your 30 feet back,
Okay.
which will get you closer to them because you're not dashing.
Okay.
So what did you get?
I I used my inspiration because I got seriously irritated that I didn't get it the first time. That's what inspired me. And I got a 18.
Okay, 18. All right, and
so I can
Ayla.
choose a skill that lets me enhance the
Yes.
brighten the flame. So
Or yeah,
since we're running and we're trying to do this with performance,
yeah. How are you using it?
I am using my nimble dancer's feet to spin around and just cause the flame to expand, flame brighter, doing it with grace and majesty.
We'll see how it goes. Go ahead and roll.
I just picture Ayla as she like turns around backwards. The hose just kind of like slide.
I got feet, dude. Hooves are gross. 22.
Okay.
I did one of my ones. That's a plus 10. So,
All right.
so I'm just
Go
like,
next.
Gonna dash. Oh no, we're going in order, or are we just?
It doesn't matter. You just want to get 3 out of 5 successes.
Oh.
So you're dashing, but you can, for this first round, what else do you want to try to do?
I will create a.
You don't have to choose from there. You can just do what. Like whatever.
Knock over trash barrel or something. I don't know, like that classic like.
Okay.
they're
thing that people
fucking liquid goo. They're like
So you,
Inconvenience them.
they don't get blinded. So
Yeah.
No, but
everybody
the
could-
fire.
Yeah, but
you don't like
all
fire.
you do is make
stays
it
away.
brighter.
you
can
made it
actually
brighter.
make it burn.
Yeah,
Thomas-
you can't
Thomas
make a
Energy is,
flame with.
Thomas Energy's,
Either way, you're looking for successes, so you're trying to
All
distract
right.
them as you go. So you're trying to find something to like knock over. Let's say that's probably like investigation, maybe, or whatever. You can choose what skill you think would be best for how you want to describe what you're trying to do.
Maybe like perception as we're running, like see if there's anything along the alley to
Sounds good.
slap him. 13. That's a 17.
Okay.
So we just need to come up with an idea of what to do, and then we have to succeed.
Yeah, it's
on
a
that
skill. Yep.
idea. Okay. And 3 out of 5 have to succeed.
Yep. All right. So you have 3 that have already succeeded. You could either do it or not. You could just dash if you wanted, or
We can leave our friends behind.
well, everybody's gonna get to do the dash together.
I got the reference.
Or you can prep yourself to do something next round, or you
Did
can
I-
do something.
So we have enough successes that
You have
don't
enough
use it.
successes right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Safe bet Kai would just dash because he saw the
Okay.
fire and the brightness and Eldon knocking over trash bins.
Like a raccoon holding this tablet.
Is
All
Theratrix
right.
with us, or did you just?
Yeah, Theratrix is
dismiss
with
him? Okay. Can you shoot fire?
Not yet.
Motherfucker.
Charge my attacks. Charge attacks with that though.
So you get to roll. Each of you who succeeded.
No, he's not in his thunder form anymore since we're down land.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Each of you who succeeded, you can roll a d10, 3d10, because you have 30 feet of movement, I assume.
35.
You 35 for you, 4d10.
So we read.
So
we
I
roll
roll
3.
4d10, yep.
Okay.
Do I roll if I just dashed?
It's just for
Just
them.
them.
Yeah.
So because you have 30 feet of movement,
It's fine.
you'll roll 3d10.
I'm gonna roll 4 times.
Unless you decided to do a skill, then you could add on if you wanted.
I'll just save it.
That's a 9, right? Yeah,
that's a 9.
We're
The
rolling
one on bottom is a
3 of
9.
them.
It has to be
3d10s, right? Okay.
Yes.
18.
All right.
That's a 9,
22.
20.
Okay. So you are currently 110 feet away. I am going to roll theirs to see how far away. And I should have had it ready, but I am winging it.
It's the fucking dice.
Crowd behind us.
The one dice that you weren't-
Speaking in a different
weren't prepared
language.
for.
We're just trying to remind you about your warranty.
That's when they said they were like not going under the door, like the. I was like, oh shit, maybe they're like expecting people. I
They
think
could be.
we've given up on that. And for a penny and for a pound.
I mean, they
Sorry,
could be.
trust
but-
no one
tried
down
to be
here.
nice, and it did
The
not
one time she
go
tried
well.
to be nice. The one time she tried to be nice. Trust no one. Trust no one down here.
So you're at 94 feet now. We'll just mark that. You're at 94
Do we
currently.
need-
All of
do
you.
we need a dry erase?
No, I have it on here.
No, I meant to mark it on the thing.
Yeah, I can do that. Let's see, a bright green, 90 red.
I think so. Count how many sides are on the top. Oh, so yeah, just count.
94. Okay. Now, let's see, who rolled the highest? How about Ayla? Or the lowest, whichever one of you wants to go. Ayla or Kai? You get to roll a chase event, which is going to be a d12. Which one of you wants to do it?
All right, he's looking
Everybody
for
just
it.
jumping for it. I was
You
like, I
were-
don't
you
want to
were-
be the one to pull
He's
this. I wanna
looking
be the one
at
pulling
me.
it.
You rolled higher than me earlier, so
Odds are against you. Odds are against you right now.
Where is my?
Wasn't that 12?
Yes. I'm like, it's like one of those that you don't use too often, and I'm like, well, which one is the fucking 12? 7.
7.
Opportunity
Ooh,
comes
An
knocking.
opportunity.
Opportunity knocks.
That's not what mine says. 2, 3, 4. Opportunity. You actually, you can take an extra action right now if you would like to. You have to decide very quickly.
I'm gonna shoot a firebolt at them.
Okay.
'Cause
Go
why
ahead,
not?
and I'm going to have you do a
I have a
perception.
firebolt. No.
As you're kind of like running through the streets, you are twisting around following the map that has been projected. So there are moments where you can see the creatures running and others where you
Wait,
can't.
are we following the map or are we following you?
At the moment, you're following the map.
Oh, okay. Because I thought he was like,
'Cause-
follow me.
Right, but that's very high up, and in the moment it was in the direction away from the creatures that are
Okay.
following. So if you
Does
want
it seem like it's lining up? Like, is the map telling us the same direction as the?
at the moment, but it's also really hard to tell because you only just started running.
Right. Okay.
It could be coincidence at this point. So make a perception check because you need to see if you can see the creatures as you're zigzagging through the streets. Okay.
Oh no.
So in this moment, you kind of like turn and are trying to find an opportunity to throw a firebolt. You like throw one out just as a, you know, like you're running and shooting behind you kind of thing, but you're not sure, probably didn't hit anything, but at least your firebolt would let the creatures know that there's fire available to you.
We got fire, bitches.
All right. Next up, it is, we're on round 2 already. Round 2. So now that we kind of get how it works, you can choose what you want to do. You can dash. You can recklessly sprint. You can fall back and try to do something else, try to create a complication, try to look out, to try to take an attack without having to make a perception check with penalty. You can try to attack. They're not ranged is more likely to be successful in this case because right now they're not very close to you. Or try to cast a spell. So whoever wants to go. What do you want to try to do?
I mean, the only thing Kai would think to do would be an Eldritch Blast, so I guess that'd be.
Do you want to fall back and do that, or do you want to keep going?
Yes, Kai
fall
will
back.
fall back.
All right, your movement speed is.
35.
Can you give me your mini? And we will say
Uh-oh.
you are
Doing that
are
death wish
back,
thing, aren't you?
and you're at 59, right? No,
You want
50.
your death wish shit.
No, half
59, right?
half of 49.
So it's 94 minus your
94.
movement. Minus 39.
Yeah.
59. I can't.
You people in her mouth.
I think it's right. Yes, it is. Okay, so you're going to try to do an Eldritch Blast. I need you to make a perception check first. The DC is lowered because we're on the second round, but it's still very high.
Did we choose a DC for this round?
We didn't. Good call. Still DC 12 I'm throwing out there. This was a different DC, but do you want to go any higher? Kind of like thinking about what you're trying to plan to do. Do you have a better chance of rolling high is what the point is against me rolling high. Based off of what you want to do, are you choosing to do something that you have a good chance of rolling high on, therefore boosting the initiative makes it more difficult for the Oblex? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And this is 2 minutes, so you're running through the streets. Like, it hasn't been 6 seconds. You're running. You maybe are throwing multiple blasts back behind you. You turn a corner, and you're doing your best right now to follow the map. I will say for Iolite, if you want to, and this is just something to think about, if you want to be looking up, that's going to be like a decision that you'll have to make as your action, because looking up, running, and like also following the map aren't going to be things that you can do for the whole 2 minutes. So it's kind of like, do you want to follow the map or do you want to follow the stars?
Right. I think I'm going to follow the map for now because everyone's kind of focused on that, and I haven't really like explained to everyone what the deal with the sky is. Okay. So for lookout, no penalty to passive perception and ability to take opportunity attacks.
Right. So if for some reason during the chase event you come across something that like reaches out, or you guys get too close, you would be able to take opportunity attacks. Right now you can't because you guys are running.
Okay. If I do it now, is it just for now, or is it for...
You're going to fall back.
Okay.
Which is fine.
And
it is for the whole round.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll do that.
Okay. What's your movement? And where's your mini?
My mini is here.
There she is.
And my movement is 30, I think. Yeah, 30.
Okay, so you're at 64. Falling back. All right, so basically you are, you're falling back and you're doing lookout. What that says is during a chase, you're assumed to be moving really fast. And you would have a negative to your passive perception. Everybody who's moving fast, you'd have a negative. But you would, additionally, opportunity attacks are not possible because you're, again, trying to focus and go fast. By taking the lookout action, you don't suffer this penalty. You can take opportunity attacks. And I can give a forewarning of the upcoming complication if I know what it is.
Oh, okay, that's good.
If I'm the one who ends up rolling it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Iolite kind of falls back and is paying attention, looking around. Again, this is 2 minutes, so you could be looking up at the sky and just trying to determine if it is following. And I'll have you do a perception check, actually, on that. And we can see what happens. Who's going next?
Oh, I rolled my perception check. It was 20.
20. Okay. Oh, sorry. Going back to the initiative, did anyone want to boost it, or you want to keep it at 12?
I don't want to boost it.
Stay. We're not in dire situation just yet, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. 20 is what you needed. So let me just double check that I didn't give you false
Not a
help.
great sign.
No, not.
Don't
Just what
Yeah.
you needed.
don't attempt to attack.
Yeah.
Good to know.
And you are trying to do what? Your
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. Okay. You pull back and you see that in this moment you have this like sustained line of sight that you can try to make an Eldritch Blast attack. So you can go ahead and make your attack. Who else wants to? That was one success.
I rolled a 9.
Okay.
That's a 23.
That hits.
Oh.
As you are running through and like you're kind of quietly whisper yelling to each other, but just after the rest of the group makes a turn around a corner, you hold back for a second and then let loose as you see one of the Gith running at you, a couple more behind. It hits into the chest of it and it staggers back a little bit. I will say also with this, just for a moment, as that stagger back happens, just beyond, because you have dark vision and you are a little bit closer, it's really incredibly unsettling. But what you see just behind 20 feet, 30, 60, it's really hard to tell because it's different. There is this like rolling ooze-like creature. You can't really see color with the dark vision, but you had seen that reddish color on the one that like dropped down into ooze and then sucked itself away. It's almost as if multiple heads are rolling in a sack, just kind of like moving forward and like like bowling balls, kind of just like all over each other.
Incredibly specific. I'm just
Multiple
saying.
heads.
That's what I pictured when I saw
Heads
it.
in a sack.
More than
Rolling
3.
down the street.
Many more than 3.
With evil,
Just like-
with evil Kai on top riding it.
Yeah, just incredibly specific.
Yeah. Just like you can see slightly like the shine off of the glow, and there's numerous of them behind. And
so just a bunch of
it's-
clots coming down. Like,
it gives you only enough to be like, I don't want to go to there.
Mm-hmm.
And you hit it, it staggers back. The others don't even, they just keep going. And you can see like a couple of more. And then up on like one of the buildings, you see another couple of Gith specifically that are just like kind of peeking over and looking. And you can just barely make out like a string that seems to be connecting it somewhere that you can't see. All right, who's going next? Who wants to do a thing?
If I was to cast a spell as the action and it be bless, would people be able to use the
For the
D4
ability
on the
checks.
thing?
It's a 1 minute thing. Bless.
Oh, and these are
It's 2 minute rounds.
no,
I
is
think
it
I don't
bless
think bless
is
works on ability checks. I think it's just attack rolls and saving throws.
attack rolls. Yeah, saving throws.
So it would last a
Never mind.
minute.
Never mind.
Well, I mean, it depends on what the next person wants to do because Iolite did not succeed on her check. So you have 1 success out of 3 that are needed. So Iolite's kind of looking around trying to determine whether the map is following the stars, and she's in this moment just not able to do that. So if you want to boost it so that someone else could have an opportunity to attack,
Well, I don't
it
think,
will increase their
I
chances
don't think
of
anybody else is
success.
going to attack in the next minute because you said these rounds are 2 minutes.
Yes.
So if nobody attacks this minute, then that's a waste of a
Right,
spell.
but you can chat and decide if other people are going to attack. And then if they do, then you are giving that D4 to increase the chance of your group success, is what I'm saying.
I don't know. It's a burn of a spell slot for like a one-time use. Where in combat, it's like 10
Yeah,
rounds
right.
for.
I've got
So
my
yeah.
hands holding this tablet thing, so I can't really attack at the moment, anyways. Which I need like a college kid bag to like shove it in.
You can always hand it off. I don't know if Ayla comes back and
one
she
of those
wants to take
lanyard
it.
holders.
Yeah, that's was my only thing, but she had dropped back, so.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna just dash.
Okay, you're going to dash.
Yeah. So that would what put more space between me and everybody else if I'm the only one dashing.
If you're successful, it means that everybody who also dashes will move up. But yeah, you're right.
Probably the only one.
All right, what are we gonna do?
17.
Ah.
It's a
Oh, you don't need to roll for a dash.
Oh.
I just had you guys do that for the first round so that you could like add on an extra thing. What are we doing, Kethra? You guys have 1 success and 1 fail.
No pressure. No pressure.
Oh, so that I don't have on a dash. You don't roll, so it doesn't contribute to a success or a fail.
Right.
Oh, shit.
If you're successful, you get to move more quickly.
Yeah, I thought for some
Right.
reason I thought we rolled on it. I had to make the PC still for the dash,
No.
and then
That's what Imogen was really wanting to know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's the turkey sandwich. Do you want to go throw them the turkey sandwich?
you were ready to jump into action and go do that. You're like, all right, well, I already.
Like, I don't know, I'll go find out.
All right.
Yeah, you guys want to get 3 successes.
I didn't realize with the dash you didn't roll, so it doesn't matter. There is no success or fail.
He is splitting that.
All right. So I think I'm gonna do the fallback.
Okay. And you can create a complication. You can look out. You can attack, or you can cast a spell. You can pretty much do. Those are just options that they give.
So I could like cast a spell and hold it, or do I have to like let it go?
It depends. What kind of spell are you trying to do? Because it's a 2-minute round, so everything that you're doing
Yeah,
is
'cause
like.
it's only a 1-minute spell. That's why I'm asking. Flaming sphere.
Okay. So, what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to hold it so in case they get close enough that I can just launch it in their direction to kind of give us space. Because they don't like fire, so I'm hoping it'll draw them back a little bit.
Because this is a 2-minute round and the casting time is going to be instantaneous, you're going to have this sphere with you. It only lasts a minute. You're actively running and they are actively chasing you. You're better off leaving your sphere in their way.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay,
As
let's
they're
do that.
trying to chase you, and then they would have to run through it. So go ahead and roll. We'll say roll an attack for
20, correct?
your sphere.
Okay, just making sure I'm doing the right thing. Is that cocked? That was 5, I think.
I think it was 5.
That was 5 plus that, right? 5 plus 7, 13? 12. Just made it. Holy
Just
shit.
made it. Okay.
Just made it. Holy
Good
fuck
thing we
balls.
didn't raise
All right.
that.
Yeah, good
So-
thing you guys didn't.
You kind of like leave it behind and hope for the best as you're running. You need one more success to. What did he do again?
I think, didn't he cast Firebolt? Or was that the last
No,
one?
that was the
He was
first one.
gonna cast Bless, but he didn't.
Right. So you guys need one more success to move in your dash. Otherwise, you only move your normal movement.
normal.
So since I dashed, my distance will increase from them, so it'll be 2 separate.
As long as you get 3 out of 5 successes, everybody gets to move forward the d10 for the successes. You get to move the group forward, basically, for dashing.
So I'll still roll the 4d10 for the dash.
Yes,
And
as
everybody,
long as you have one more success. So somebody needs to do something to get your 3rd success.
I already tried and failed, so.
Okay, I haven't done anything.
Yeah,
Just
so you
did,
need to
so-
try to do something, and it
something
can.
that you can succeed at.
Something.
Yeah.
We're all gonna die a horrible, weird. We're gonna become heads in the sack.
No.
And you have to go quick. Sorry, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but this is one of the things about it.
Only. What can I use deception for? That's a +5. I mean, we're going that way.
You can try to yell out, like, let's go to the left, and, like, try that or
I'm-
something.
Could I use thaumaturgy to deceive them by making it make a sound from a different direction?
Yeah, you can try that. Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm
So-
rolling for a.
You're trying to hit a
Deception.
DC 12 to deception to try to get them to maybe go a different way.
It's 20.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. All right, so you have 3 successes. If anybody wants to try one more, I don't know if were you just dashing
You did that.
No, I
Oh,
did the Eldritch Blast to it.
and you hit?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So because of the D10 for every 10 successful feet of movement, everyone who was successful, you get to roll, and that's going to move you forward. I am also going to roll.
Yes.
So then what do I do since I chose dash?
4.
I just choose the 4?
Yep.
Just roll the 4 out.
So if we have 35, we roll 4. Because I have
Yes.
the same movement.
Yep.
What do I do if I failed my?
You're
thing
not
I tried to
rolling,
do?
but
Nothing.
you get to move
Just
with
move
them.
everybody. I'll just continue to
Yeah,
reap the
you will.
benefits of
All right.
everyone
So I
else's work.
do the D10, 3 D10s.
Yep.
6, 11, 14,
16.
14,
17.
17,
15.
14.
15,
Did I roll a bunch of ones?
14.
I got 1 1.
It's not good.
All right, so that's 30, 45, 55, and 60.
Theory, what
Two.
happens if we all just dash?
You can,
We don't have to make
but so
any-
can I. And so now you're at. So we've got 62 added to the folks that dropped behind. Sorry, did you drop behind to do something? You didn't dash, right?
I did, but I forgot to
I
line
didn't
up.
dash, no, but I didn't choose drop behind.
You have to.
Oh, You're gonna do okay.
I forgot to put mine up
So
there.
you're also at 64.
Yeah, I was somewhere around there too, yeah.
And then you also.
So I was running away with this tablet in my hand like a little kid.
Gotta lead the way.
Like a little
I
kid.
want my
So-
screen time.
Like, I was gonna say like a little kid whose parents about to say, "Give me your tablet."
No.
So let me have a calculator up here. We've got 94 plus 62. Sorry, I actually have to roll my thing. Already succeeded. You see the, I had already rolled, sorry. You see the creatures are starting to like come out of the buildings alongside as you're running. There's multiples at this point. Somewhere like you stop and you're about to go left, and then you see one that like turns the corner, and you're like, no, I guess we're going this way. Iolite continuing to look up at the stars. Like you're very right now. There's so much going on. There's still the panic. You all are feeling like you're making progress. It might have been an hour when you looked at it, but Gaia fading slowly as you go is showing you that if you keep running, it's much less than an hour. And as she's kind of showing you the direct way to go, you're feeling more confident about making it. Where did my D10 go? So, 10, 17, 21. So, you technically only made it 41 feet because they caught up to you that much. So this is now not going to go away.
Non-erasable.
Oh, it's a Sharpie. I'm an idiot.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oops.
Alcohol
If it's,
wipe.
yeah, I was gonna say if it's a Sharpie.
He's got something.
Okay. Alcohol wipes.
Oh, cool. Thanks. No. Oh, it is. Awesome.
It's going to the doctor's office when I get a shot.
59. So, now you are
Looks
at...
like a shot,
Why do I
too.
have the
Just-
Sharpie?
It looks like we got shot.
So, you're at 135.
That's his fuck boy.
You are very fast. 64 plus 41.
Fucking Carly.
You're at 105. This group
Love
right
it.
here is at 105. Kai. Is at 100. I should have been able to do that math. Okay, who wants to roll on the chase events?
I didn't actually roll that last one because I dashed, so I rolled. What is it, a D12?
Yep, D12. Let's see what happens on your chase. 2, a crowd or a
Oh.
herd.
Oh shit.
That sounds. Can I re-roll that?
You see, as you guys turn the corner, all of a sudden you see a whole bunch of these creatures. There's probably like the street opens up that you're going into, almost like a city square. On one end of it, there are bunches of them that are coming, and you're gonna have to go through some of them.
It's like the mummy when he runs into the crowd. They're like, "Yeah, mo," tap, and he just goes, "Yeah, mo." Pretends to be one of them.
So you can try to like get your way through here, basically.
I got this.
Okay. What are you doing?
Busting out the wand of wonder,
Okay.
and I'm casting fireball.
Nice.
Fireball. All right. So
I've never used this before, so there's a D100. So the way I think is like,
You can't choose what you're going to cast.
no, I believe I can, because there's. I mean,
Wand of
you might have to.
Wonder-
No, because it's got 7 charges. One charge is darkness, detect thoughts, enlarge, reduce, fairy fire, fireball, gust
Yeah.
of wind,
So what's
invisibility.
the D100 to
I-
roll for?
I think the D100 is kind of like a wild magic thing. It's like I think I get to choose one of these one of these spells to that is 1 charge, and then I think I roll a D100. But I might be misunderstanding this because I was very confused by it as well.
I'm pretty sure that. Let's see. Let me read it because I'm.
Because
Pretty,
like if you can't choose, what's the point of having these spells available to me?
So the wand has 7 charges. While holding it, you use an action to expend 1 charge, and you can choose a target within 120 feet of you. The target can be in whatever. Roll a d100 and consult the following table to discover what happens. So you roll a d100. You can't choose the spell. You get to roll a d100 and see what happens from the wand.
Okay, so what's the point of these spells that it says
If you
I
roll
have now?
if you roll a 70 to a 79, you cast Fireball.
Oh, so anything below that?
Yeah. So are you gonna use it?
Yeah, fuck it.
All right. Go ahead and roll.
You might stun yourself.
You might stun yourself.
There's a lot of things I could do
You
to.
might accidentally cast like enlarge on.
So
Tis-
we'll go ahead and first roll your D100. No, first roll D20 because you have to hit a DC 13 to try to see if you can clear them in the first place, and then we'll see what you clear them with.
Just a straight D20.
D20 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Nope.
What was it?
That was a 8.
Okay. Now go ahead and roll the D100. So you all like run up into this square and see numerous creatures coming.
89.
Okay. All right.
We're all like
So,
nervous reading the table.
so a stream of 1d4 times 10 gems shoots from the wand's tip in a line 30 feet long and 5 feet wide.
But I thought I passed. You said I needed over 70, right? And then I get to
No,
No, you had a
79, I
It
think.
was from like
Fireball
79
is
to
only
70.
between 70 and 79.
Right, so it chooses
Depending on what you
multiple
roll,
other
it's a
things.
different spell.
Yeah.
This is a fucking crazy thing.
It's called
It
the
is.
Wand of Wonder for a reason.
You like point and you're like fireball, and then all of these gems come shooting out from it as you guys are running through. Unfortunately, you did not meet the DC to actually clear the path. So you see the gems like start hitting the creatures, but they're just like
Ow, ow, ow.
it's like passing through them, and they're like not moving. It just like sinks through the ooze. Who's doing the next?
That was fun and annoying.
So
He
you.
was like, I got this.
I thought it was
then
like.
you threw diamonds in someone's face.
Are
and,
you?
and now I'm pissed that I can't go and collect them.
Your movement is 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
All right, so you're at 75 now. Okay. Who's going next? You guys need 3 successes.
Reckless sprint. You roll for that. Is the Constitution roll? That's what.
No, reckless sprint. Your gap will widen 2 times. You're gonna move forward twice, but then you get disadvantage on ability checks for the chase events that come up.
Oh.
The DC 10 is a Constitution save to see if you get exhaustion at the end of the round. All right, what are we doing?
Sorry,
we doing,
fuck
folks?
us
What we
with
doing?
that Rolling for a herd thing.
Who's going next?
Man, I don't
Somebody pick up some of those jewels.
Time.
Stop shooting jewels. I'm just like, oh, one more.
I guess Kai will attempt to. There's got to be something somewhere that Kai can grab in order to try and slow them down, whether it be a pole of some kind, if he can take his sword and attempt to like hit the pole so that it like falls, it won't like stop them dead in their tracks, but create an obstacle for them.
Okay. I'm going to say that's probably a strength check. But you could also choose something else if you want to say it, like maybe.
Oh, well, I was gonna say if I'm using my sword, could I use my
Dex.
attack modifier, which I use my charisma?
Yeah, that's fine. So you're trying to cut down something really quickly to knock
Yes,
over.
as I'm,
All
like,
right.
running
so you
through.
are at 65 feet. Okay.
Okay.
Who's doing the next thing?
If you dash, sorry, I'm still getting a little mixed up on things. If I dash, I'll still roll one of the rolls?
No.
You don't. Okay.
No.
You have
You
to do
kind of
something.
want to save the dash once you know that
We've
everyone has
succeeded.
succeeded,
Got
because
it.
otherwise you won't move. You'll just move.
So
There's
a
no
reckless
distance.
sprint counts as a thing that you roll for.
You don't roll for that, no. You're
Oh,
choosing to recklessly move forward, which is going to distance you from your friends.
So it's only those things at the bottom that can
Yes.
count. Okay, got it. I want to try the lookout again.
Okay.
Roll 18.
All right, 18. Okay, so describe what you do.
So as Kai watches Ayla like fall back and shoot a bunch of gems, he's hearing like that ting 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 hitting the metal, and
30 feet by 5 feet wide. That's like.
so he's gonna fall back even further behind. So he kind of in that dancing fashion, he'll like do that spin to get behind Ayla and take the sword overhead down on the far side of the pole in order to get it to fell a pole.
Okay. You knock over the pole just for a moment as you're spinning around. You see like all of these interesting metal wires that are hanging out. Nothing that you've ever seen before. It just cleanly slices through. They're all coiled in different colors and everything, and it just kind of falls into the way as you're trying to push through these creatures that are coming at you. Who's going next? Still need 2 more successes.
I'll try the lookout again.
Okay.
It's 12.
That's
we
what.
never changed the DC, so.
Yeah, you didn't change the DC, so it's 12.
Meets it.
Meets it.
No,
Meets it.
but I did get a 12. I was
Oh.
asking if the DC
Oh, yeah,
was
it
12.
is.
I got an 11.
Oh,
You got your thing.
I know, I think I'm going to use my thing.
okay.
Use the thing. That's much better. 24.
Okay, 24. So you are looking out. No penalty to the passive perception. So what you can see is if you continue through this way, there's like a break in the creatures. You're heading like in the right path. What I will also say on a success is that looking up, you can see right now that the path for heading to the core does not at this point appear to be following the path of the lights, of the stars, of the road that is outlined for you on the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
So again, this is over 2 minutes of like you're running, and then you start to see that you're going this way and it's continuing off in front of you or to the right.
Okay. Maybe it doesn't go to the core. It takes
I
us
love
somewhere
D&D
else.
because that's a game where you can say that you've sprinted for 2 minutes.
I know.
not be
Like, it's
winded.
no big deal.
None of us can sprint from one end of this road to the other without almost dying. Just.
Nope.
I'm also gonna do the lookout.
Okay.
What I can think of that he would do with his hands busy trying to watch the map and trying to like maneuver around these creatures.
All right, sounds good.
Ooh, that is a 12.
12?
Yes.
Nice.
On the
All
nose.
right.
Don't you get to add things too? Don't forget that for next time.
What?
Don't you get to add your perception?
No. We do add.
Yes, you
perception
would
for
add.
those?
Yep,
Oh,
yep, yep.
Okay, cool. Plus 4.
I mean, I know you passed, but just for
Yeah,
next
no,
time.
I forget that we get to add whatever it is that we're doing.
Yeah, you running along see that.
So that's actually a 16. I don't know if that does anything.
No, you're good. You succeeded. You can see that you're not that far from making like the right turn that will head in a direction where you think you might even be able to see where the light is coming from exactly.
Jesus Christ, fucking A.
I would say so. Iolite. Actually, I'm going to roll my die in a minute. So you have 1 failure, 3 successes. Does the last person want to dash, or do you want to do something? Is there anything that
Do we
you
wanna
want
dash?
to do?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's make
You
this
could
a group
also
decision.
choose-
Well,
to
it's like
do
a
something?
safe.
It's like, let's make this a group decision. What do we want to do? We want to dash.
Okay.
Okay.
Sprint, I guess, is the other option.
So you have 3 successful rolls. So whoever was successful in their roll, you can roll 3 or whatever your D10 are.
How do you figure out how many?
It's 1 D10 for every 10 feet of movement
Okay,
that you
so
have.
3 for me.
As you're running
I rolled a
through,
10,
you see.
And then I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 3.
Oh.
Fuck.
You see a couple of them like kind of fall back. Kethra, as you're running and you look back, you see or you saw at one point, like a couple of them have like, they're on fire and they're like putting each other out. Like, it's very strange because these creatures are humanoids and they're intelligent and they're talking to each other and they're yelling, and you can see that they're trying to help each other figure out which direction you're going. But at the same time, there's something behind them that's like controlling who they are or controlling them in general. A couple of them you see just kind of like sploosh down into ooze and disappear momentarily, only to reappear in like another alley. So you're not sure how fast these creatures can go either. Okay, what do we got for our successful rolls?
14.
14.
16.
All right, so we got 30.
13.
13. 43. Okay. And I've got minus 12.
I still love the I imagine the wand of wonder. Just in my head.
Ignore it.
It's just
Didn't
a
happen.
shotgun. But you're just hitting like with a.
You're welcome.
It looks like a weird.
Is it because I said I love the wand of wonder? What? Oh, come on.
Share with the class.
I came up with a nickname for these things. Call them the sploogey demons.
Oh, God.
All right.
Pretty.
Looks like that.
Oh,
It looks like a
nice.
Candyland.
Yeah.
It does look like Candyland.
Or like one of those like spin.
abacus?
Like a wind.
Yeah. It's the. What'd you say?
I got a little bit of like the counter, like abacus, like old
Oh,
school
yeah.
abacus.
All right, we've got 29, 129, and what's that, 24, 150.
As we're going, Eldon will yell to the rest of the group. You said it seemed like we were going in the. Like I could almost see it.
You are headed in the right direction. The challenge that you're having is that you're like almost 30 feet ahead of the closest people to you. So
Well, he's
you.
gonna yell back like, I think we're on the right way. We're getting close.
Okay. Who wants to roll the d12 for the hazard?
Who hasn't rolled it?
Okay.
I will do it.
Heard.
I will try my best not
Alright,
to.
fuck
I'm going to
up,
use the
let's-
mimic.
let's look enough.
5.
Hazard.
A hazard.
Just a hazard.
Just a hazard.
Okay.
It's that fallen pole.
Yeah.
Yeah, it creates a chain
Not many of
reaction.
them are
You're just
actually
going.
good things. I think only the opportunity.
You round one of the bends, and right in front of you as you turn the corner is a large crater in the street. It
Drop nukes.
it doesn't drop into nothing, but it drops in a way that is harmful if you fall. And you like running, you can see the other creatures are coming as well, and like you all need to roll I'm going to say a dexterity saving throw to get across this chasm, as do they.
You have your.
Well,
Very used
Oh, you just used it. Oh. Debating if I should use mine or not.
When in doubt, throw it out.
Yep, gotta make the decision quick.
Okay. I'm gonna.
All right, so
Run into the chasm and I just go like, I fucking got this. This is nothing. I'm nimble and quick and sexy.
You jump and you're like a cat. Your tail goes up for balance.
all right, so
One better than the last roll.
who rolled less than a 10?
Oh,
me.
your hand went up so
Oh
good.
wait, no. 8,
I'm in trouble.
10,
It was
11,
bad.
12, 13. Never mind. That was over.
You're gonna take 14 points of bludgeoning damage as you like trip and hit yourself on the side and are trying to scramble up. Who rolled 11 to 14?
12.
13.
Okay. You are going to take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall in and are scraping. You're like trying to help Iolite up on the side.
Get up, girl, come on.
The rest of you above a 15?
15.
18.
Okay. You are able to circumvent and go around or climb through without falling. You see a couple of the creatures, like they stumble and like slide in only to be like unformed and then pulled back into mostly darkness. But for those of you who have better vision, Ayla, you would be able to see like those roiling balls in the ooze.
Roiling
like,
balls.
pulled
That's the
into-
name of this
You
episode.
said that. We were all like,
Roiling balls.
Roiling balls.
And actually, I should have given you like advantage because you had lookout and you were successful. And you.
I did.
Were you successful on your lookout
Lookout? Yes.
earlier? I'm gonna let you roll again
Okay.
because you did look out to see if there was something coming up. So I'll give you like an
Okay.
advantage to roll
All right,
again
all right.
and see if you can not hit that.
It was a deck save?
Yeah.
Yeah, I fed them riches. Can I get advantage?
A 9.
Okay. There's a moment where you even kind of feel like you have it, but then you don't.
So
Alright.
those of us who failed, we're in the hole.
You didn't fail. What did you roll?
13. I took damage.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, you fallen in. The impact here is that you took damage. You're not like separated from anybody. That
Oh,
was,
okay.
like,
I guess I'm just picturing a really big crater.
No, it's like those people that you see
a
trying to
taunt-
like
it's a taunt and
jump over the pool, but they
Slide.
land like halfway, so their
Oh,
ribs
yeah,
are
yeah,
like
there
on
you
the
go.
side. They don't
Oh.
fall into the pool,
I
but they're like
breathe funny
halfway.
for like 5 minutes every time I see one of them. It's like pop ribs, you know what I mean?
Yep. All right, top of the next round. These creatures are gonna push it. Like you're getting out of their range, and they haven't been able to actually get to you. I'm gonna set the DC at. Hold on. I'm setting the DC right now at a
What?
14.
That's not on the board.
It's a bidding war. How high do you want to go?
12.
Yeah.
So we meet
10.
So we meet in the middle at
10, I
13.
say.
And kind of thinking about what you all want to do, that's how it's going to help you. If you know you're going to roll, or you have a good chance of rolling high on the things that you're trying to do,
That's the problem, is that we're not confident on any of our rolls at all.
I was
Come on,
100%
guys.
confident that I was going to blow up a group with a fireball.
That was a lack of knowledge on what you had.
all right. So, are you
It's
going to bid
written
against that,
confusing.
or are you accepting a 14?
Yeah, if we can't bid down.
No, you can bid up. Thinking about what you want to do. Okay.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
Most of
I am then going to. I get to go first. I'm going to.
For me to do that.
So.
Okay.
What are you within? They are going to try at. As you're running through a whole group of them, there's some that are going to try to reach out and grab onto one of you. And I'm going to roll to see which one it is. Not that one, that's how I'm keeping track of something. I'm going to grab that one. That would be done. Okay. They're going to reach out and try to do.
Just helping you out. Hello, Sarah. Need a hand?
You actually see one of them, like a spell that you recognize. They're going to dimension door directly next to you.
Counterspell.
You can't do counterspell. There's no you have opportunity attack, but you can't see them do it. So they are going to be right beside you. This is going to represent them.
Is that a meeple?
No, it's just a shiny die.
Oh, I thought it was one of your meeples.
No. That is the thing that they're doing, but it's getting them like right on top of you. All right, who's doing what? You've got
I'm going to reckless sprint.
okay. So you've got one that's out of the running for getting a success.
They're too close for my comfort.
All right, who's doing the next thing?
I will fall back so that I can cast a spell.
Okay. Your movement speed is 30?
Yes. I'm going to upcast.
You're going to be within range of this as well because you're falling back.
I'm trying to think. This might be worth it. I need opinion. This one?
Do it.
This one? Alright, so I'm going to
Just
cast.
stand next to Kai when you do it.
I'm going to stand next to Kai.
Well,
You're
you guys
welcome.
are running.
Yeah. I'm going to pause for a second and cast Tidal Wave
Okay.
that way towards them.
And describe Tidal Wave and what you were doing.
A wave of water that crashes down on an area within range can be 30 feet long, 10 feet wide. Each creature in the area must make dex saving throws on failed D8, 4d8 damage.
Okay.
So it's just and water just spreads out on the ground in all directions, extinguishing all unprotected flames in the area within 30 feet of it. Then it
Okay.
vanishes.
So you kind of fall back and then start summoning water to come from every which
push
way,
them back
wherever
as
it
possibly
can
if I
come
can.
from. And then you all
Everybody
hear
sweat.
this tidal wave coming up. All right, so you, this is going to be a spell attack.
Okay. Wait a minute. Add my modifier. Okay. Spell attack. 10.
Okay.
That was plus 7 spell attack, dude. That sucks.
You see you all hear, and for a moment, stop to turn around and look as Kethra is
Could I give myself guidance at the same time?
so guidance is.
Please!
I mean, points for trying.
It was worth a shot in the dark. Shot in the dark.
So you see Kethra kind of summoning. As you're doing that, Kethra will say that creature dimension doors right between you and Kai and throws off the words of the spell that you were summoning. Their water starts coming in from all around, but you see the creatures kind of moving off, or some of them standing in it. It's not quite as strong as you had hoped, and this thing is right there. And then you turn and just keep running. It starts
going
filling up
past
that
it, it goes to,
hole. You. All right, who's doing what? You need 3 successes.
How many do we have?
0.
Do we have any?
We have
No,
0.
we don't have any successes yet.
If I want to cast a spell, does that also put me really close to that thing?
You will fall back 30 feet.
Yeah.
You were at, I don't remember what you were at. You were at 125 was what you were at. So you would fall back to 95, which would put you right about here.
Ooh. Don't like that. Does the spell cast before I fall back? Or after?
It's as you're falling back, because it's 2 minutes, so you're just kind of
Yeah.
organically.
Because I want to cast a ranged spell, but I'm ending close to them.
Yes, you
Which
will.
does that fuck it up, or can I cast it before I'm
No.
super
I would say
close?
as you're going,
Okay.
yeah, we'll let the range spell go.
Okay. I want to cast Guiding Bolt at the one that's between my friends.
Okay.
And soon to be me.
All right, spell attack.
Alright.
Who's going to go next? Okay.
So, I'm sorry, what did the thing that I do does? I did the reckless sprint.
You
What is-
recklessly sprint, but that doesn't go towards anything that's happening. You need successes in order for you all to
So
roll.
if we there's 3 successes, then we all get to double the gap and get disadvantage, or just we all double the gap
Just
and
you.
I get disadvantage.
Just you.
Just me.
You double your gap
Oh.
and get disadvantage.
I'll take.
You're good.
I'll fall back and try to hit it with an attack.
Okay. So you're going.
My speed's
You were at
30.
59.
We were doing so
you're
good.
Still
I know.
35 minus 59. 1. You're still up ahead. I am gonna have you make a perception check to make that attack because you're so far ahead. Are you trying to attack the ones that are close to them, or just any?
Yeah, no. one
Yeah,
that's-
because you're almost 30 feet ahead of them. There might be stuff in between. The DC is very low because we're on round 4.
That's 15 plus.
Yeah,
4.
you're good. So you kind of slow down, turn around, and you can see. What are you doing with the tablet?
Oh,
It's
he-
2 minutes, so it's not
yeah, he
6
would've,
seconds. All right.
just Shoved it in his fucking belt. or something.
Okay.
Hey, it is dark in here.
Did you want to say what you were gonna do?
It was a 12 attack roll.
That's a success.
Is it?
Yep.
Yeah. I thought for sure. It was
Right.
that. All right. I'll roll some damage.
All right. Go ahead.
7 plus 9 is 14?
16.
16?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That is a success. That hits.
Yeah, okay, cool.
All right. And Kai, are you doing a thing?
I don't know if this will work. I was going to cast a spell that's only verbal, but
Okay.
I wanted to be able to touch Kethra while I do it.
Yeah, what is it that you're trying to do?
I want to cast Thunderstep.
Okay.
Fuck up.
All right, so here's where it gets tricky. So she fell back to be in line with you, but if you do that, you're falling back.
That's why I was like, I don't think it'll
Nope.
work.
Nope, that won't work because it technically takes away your distance in order to
Yeah.
do the thing. You were still with 5 feet, more than 5 feet away, even though you're
Okay.
right next to it. The numbers. Were.
Okay.
So this is
I got 15 points of radiant damage on that one.
okay. So this is still 89. My beautiful numbers. Okay, 15.
11 points of regular damage and only 1 point because of Theratrix of the fire.
Okay.
damage.
So 27 points altogether. I'm going to say that's enough that this you don't get the impression that you're killing the main thing by getting rid of this thing, but with that much damage, I would say like you're able to kind of like cut the tether behind, and it kind of slops down onto the ground and sits there while you run away from it.
All right.
Bang. So with that having happened,
Yeah,
You can-
that changes.
Yeah.
The only reason I was trying to get Kethra away from the baddie.
right?
Spooky monster.
So you all need one more success in order to be able to move quickly. Otherwise, you stay at the speed, like you stay this distance away.
Because it was me and Adam. No other successes yet?
Right,
Oh,
we
yeah.
succeeded.
We succeeded.
You still run. I just have an opportunity to catch up because you don't get to dash.
Is anyone
dead?
not gone yet?
No, no.
No,
Not
Okay, I
yet.
was like,
We have
what did I
two-
miss?
We have 2 successes, but you guys need to do. Did you take yours?
She
I
did
She
hers.
already did.
And I failed.
Trying to think of what Kai can do. I mean, since he doesn't care if he gets a little bit closer, he'll try dropping back, and in similar vein, he's gonna try to cause some sort of obstacle for them, whether it be cutting down another pole or throwing something in the way.
Okay.
Yield trash.
Go ahead and make
Yes.
your roll.
trash can.
The old kick over the old trash bin. So that is a 14 rolled.
All right.
You changed it to 14, right?
I did change it to 14. Yeah.
I didn't add anything, so meets it beats it. All right.
Okay. Yeah. So what are you doing? This one's
Um,
more fluid.
Yeah,
so-
this one's more fluid. So as that thing kind of fell back, Kai kind of turns, and as he does, he sees some kind of one of those automaton statue looking things. He's gonna kind of take it and spin it, so it's kind of in the middle of the area. He's gonna knock it down and spin it, like he's doing a backspin.
Okay. You see it kind of moving, shifting. It causes the creatures around it they have to stay back a little bit to see which direction it's going to eventually come to rest. And you all are running. That was 3 successes. You get to roll you as reckless sprinter, Ayla. You're going to go double. So the 3 successes get to roll, and then you're going to go double that speed. And this is the last round before you reach the core
God
building.
damn.
I have rolled so horrible in every single one of these. This is the worst one.
I'm gonna put a hole in this thing.
No.
I didn't roll well for them either. So, whatever you roll is minus 11. Total 23. 23 plus
Oh no, I rolled a D8 instead of. Is it a D8 or D10?
D10s.
Oh shit! I rolled the wrong ones.
I rolled a 12.
Let me try that again.
Okay. We're gonna go +1.
Thank you. I did that. $11.
Wait, does that mean you were rolling D8s the other times too?
It was only one other time, but yes, it was.
All right. So Ayla, you go 70 feet, which is going to put you at 169.
It's like Forrest Gump just passing everybody on the football field.
I see more of it as like the Terminator run.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it is a similar run.
Very similar. Very similar.
Then-
The Terminator one's more terrifying. You can hear the music.
So I have to roll a DC 10 con to see if I'm exhausted.
Yes.
Actually, I'll jet by you.
Oh, it's a 9.
You don't have a contribution mode?
Yeah, it's a +1. So I would 8 + 1. So I'm exhausted from that.
Yes, you have 1 point of exhaustion.
Which what that's disadvantage on everything.
No,
again,
that's
right?
-1 to all your rolls.
Oh, -1. Okay.
I threw you a bone. I'm using the new exhaustion rules so that I can actually use them.
I mean,
Okay.
I feel like I keep getting exhaustion.
Everybody does, because now I can use it.
Mm-hmm.
You would get tired adventuring, just not
For like 4 sessions in a row.
old.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Was
I
that
just-
from like drinking or something too? Somebody's
No,
was.
he-
Maybe that
No, I
was
think
it.
I got knocked.
He got knocked down, and then like something else happened because you had like 3 levels of exhaustion.
Yeah.
Final round. Pushing it to 15. I've been rolling too, but they've been succeeding. So that's the thing. If I don't succeed, I can't go past you. So they see what you're trying to do, that you're moving towards the core, and they start like, you don't know how many there are at this point, but in the darkness too. You've been running in the dark. I'm also going to say 15 because you have put the tablet away, taken it back out, trying to figure out how to get it to come back up, all of that. Like, it's going to be a little bit more difficult here.
It's like that scene in Zoolander.
So, pulling out all the stops. What
You want
is...
to push it to 16? To say fuck them?
No.
No.
Have you seen how hard it is for us to roll at 12?
Roll very well today.
You're,
all
to
right.
be fair, the closest person is still 90 feet away from them. So... Oh, sorry, we didn't do a chase event, did we? Somebody needs to roll.
Yes, you can get close.
Do
Alright,
I have?
you know what?
Do I
I'm-
have to do it?
I'm
'Cause it
closest,
says-
so let me roll.
No, you have disadvantage on ability checks for the chase event.
All right, so
So we only have 2 people left who need to roll, right? Chase event?
I think these two, right?
Just the
Yeah,
2 of you?
just the
Okay,
two
cool.
of us.
I just want to make sure I did it
I'll
right.
roll this one.
All right, chase event. Let's see.
10.
Separated. No.
No.
Separated.
It's like the door's right there. Where are you going?
I mean, it's probably going to be the one who's furthest away from the group.
Kai.
So it's fitting. I've chosen my own
As
demise.
you are at least 30 feet away at a certain point, Eldon, you're able to get the thing back up somehow, and it steers you in a different direction. The 4 of you go one way, and Kai, you are headed in a different way.
What are you doing?
Make a
You better keep on that blue scarf.
you are going to make a wisdom check. Check, not save.
Oh, that's going to be bad. 14.
You all, like, momentarily, the four of you, like, stop and turn. I will say, Iolite, you have the highest passive, right? And it's with a -5. There's a moment where you turn and look, and you see that Kai has gone. He, like, turns the wrong way. There's so many shadows all over that he just ends up going the wrong way.
We just assumed that's what he meant to do.
You stop for a second and you like yell his name. You hear Kai from behind and turn and look, and you can see the rest of your party is gone the other way. You do not get lost, but you're going to be cut in half from what you were.
Oh, God.
That was a weird phrase. That
Sorry,
word.
you're going to be
half.
cut in half. You're going to be at
Fucking
45.
Kai can survive that, right?
Perhaps.
And we don't know. He flies and
45
sticks to
feet
shit.
back.
Like,
Okay, now we're at the top of the next round. So the damage here is that this person is almost 100 feet away from the closest one of you. Okay. Last round that you all get to roll. We're going with a 14, I said, or a 15? I said 15.
You said
You said definitely.
I'm going.
Definitely.
You said 7.
Going with a 15. They're pushing against you. They might not get a 15 when they roll. So, go ahead and decide what you are. Actually, I get to go first.
oh,
So, they are going to use. We're gonna go. One of them is going to. Let me check the distance on this. Going to cast. Hold person. On Kai, because you're the closest one at this point. Sorry.
Jesus.
I need you to go ahead and make a. No, first I'm gonna roll.
We make it inside. You're just gonna hear, "It's me. Let me in." No, don't let him in. It's not me.
Wow.
Was that less than a 15?
It was a 5.
Oh!
So even
The
like,
dice
they
gods
have
take it.
they have a really good
Dice
spell.
gods taketh away. But they gaveth today. They gaveth now.
This was to get the success, so they do not succeed on their attempt. So you can hear like the whisper and see like the movement of several of these creatures as they're all going in unison, and you're just like no, la 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 la, and just like keep running. And luckily, you don't know if it's because you can't quite understand them, although that shouldn't matter. Like all these things are racing through your head, and it's almost like the whispers of the Raven Queen start to just fill your ears, and that's all you can hear as you push yourself forward. All right, now you guys can go. Last round, as you see the core right coming up.
Question: if we cast something that the enemy needs to make a save for, like, does that work, or is this just like quick throw shit at them?
You are gonna have to roll your spell casting attack to make it, because it has to be you rolling an ability check. So we swap it to make it a success or a fail.
My plan was, because it's got a 120-foot range, so that would put it behind Kai, I believe. Or no, wait, I'm at 160.
It would put it behind Kai.
Okay, yeah.
You're at 170-ish.
Okay. I was gonna cast slow on whatever is in that range. So it's 120 feet is the range, and a 40-foot cube. So on 6 of them, I would be able to slow down if they're even affected by this.
Okay.
So I'm assuming I'm falling back and casting a spell if this works. If not, then I will just throw fire.
If you fall back, you will be able to cast the spell. Yes. So you, it will be within range. I mean, so you're falling back to 134.
I'm only doing it because I'm so far ahead. I'm like, I'm still kind of
So
safe.
go ahead and you're gonna do it. This is your ability check to see if your spell works as you're running. So it's gonna be your spellcasting modifier, D20 plus spellcasting modifier, and you want to hit a 15.
15 on the nose.
Okay. So that is a success. You guys see that some of them are like moving through it, and then they begin to very slowly shift. So that is a first success of your round here. Who's going next? You don't have to roll that because it's fluid over 2 minutes. So like,
I was just marking my.
oh, okay.
You know what you want to do?
Oh, okay, I guess I'll go next. He's
All
like,
right.
you. And I'm like, oh,
It's like,
okay,
you
why?
know what you want to do.
I think I do at least. All right, I was just gonna fall back and I'm just gonna upcast. What's its nuts again? Flaming Sphere at level 3 again.
Okay.
And just trying to put it in the way to keep
my
him at
last
bay.
level 3 slot. I only got 2 level 1s
Okay.
open.
So you're going to want to roll and add your spellcasting modifier. Try to hit a 15.
That was a fire on that
9.
dice roll.
Actually, wait. Can I use my nat 20 from Grem?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you, Grem. I was saving
Why
the big
not?
thank you for right now. You may have just saved my ass.
I still have one in reserve. Like, I'm keeping that for the rainiest of days.
So you leave that sphere behind upcast.
Yes.
So much larger. You can see the creatures are having a tough time getting around it, as you can see the core right there. So that's another success. You only need one more.
I'll do the lookout just to make sure that there's nothing in our way as I'm trying to fumble with the tablet.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Do you have your thing?
8, yeah, it's 8 plus 4. Yeah, I have my thing. Hearing the breath and everybody behind me, like, really
Pushing
worried,
you on.
you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I'm gonna...
We're getting tired. We're
Inspiration
getting a little
to try to
winded.
use again. You know, I'm gonna trade up.
I didn't. I failed. Because it's a -1 because of exhaustion.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Okay.
Oh,
I just realized that.
16, that's a dirty 20.
All right.
Sorry, we just got one success for...
I just
swap.
remembered. I'm like, oh shit, I'm exhausted.
You can see the door that you like. It's a double door thing. But as you're running forward and like kind of yelling back to everybody that it's like it's right here, this building. You've hit the center. You also remember that like you can't just push through these doors. They slide. You're gonna have to. So at least in your head, you're thinking that like there's that moment of relief, and then that oh shit, like as you're going. All right, who's doing the next thing?
I would like to also do lookout.
So
Okay.
we got still 2
And
successes.
what are you looking for?
I think I'm just like making sure there's nothing kind of like waiting. Like we see the door and we're like, hey, it's here, and there's not any like
Okay.
anybody like on the outskirts like waiting for us.
Sounds good.
19.
Nice.
Okay, 3 successes.
Oh, no, wait. Sorry. I keep going back and reading that. Never mind. Nope. It's just,
Do we
Yeah.
have 3?
never mind.
You have 3 now.
You have 3.
Yeah.
Yep, you made 3. So with Iolite, you kind of taking a look out. Anybody else? You would need some.
They're like glistening.
I know, me
My
too,
palms-
me too.
My
No,
palms
my
are
too.
like
Sweaty.
glistening.
In order to dash, to make even more headway, somebody would need to take the dash action. You don't have to, but you've got
I
3
will.
successes.
I will
All right.
definitely take the dash.
All right, so
recklessly.
go ahead.
dash.
3 of you who succeeded get to roll your movement.
Oh, wait, that's a D20.
Oh.
I got him.
Okay, I was gonna say. I forgot.
16, 14.
All right, we got 14
20.
plus 20 plus
21.
Nice.
I think that was the best.
55.
The best we've
round.
done, I
No,
think.
No, as
Oh,
a
the best,
round.
yeah.
The best like round that we've done.
All right, so that puts you at 100. You're 100 feet up. 55 is 143. 189. you guys are actually the same. And do something. You're over 200 feet. Okay, so then a d12, my dear. Let's see what happens at the very
It's nothing
end.
The
nefarious.
door opens very easily.
10 separated.
Again?
No.
How about a reroll? Because we already got that one.
Nope.
Ah, come on.
That's not how this one works.
It can give us a twist. You found a lollipop store.
Kethra, I need you to roll a wisdom check.
Oh wait.
She's good at wisdom.
No, I was thinking like it was they're trying to suck the memories again.
No. They're not that close. Yet.
What did you get in the attack? The memories suck.
The memories suck.
9 plus 7. Oh, my eye is so big and itchy, I can't even see anything. Plus 4, so we have 13.
13. You see Kethra falls back, and there's a moment of time where you're all like, you're at the door and you're starting to try to push it open. You've all made it, except you turn around, Kai, you look behind, and you see that Kethra gets kind of almost like swarmed by all of these creatures that are surrounding her. She turns and like doubles back another way and is out of sight. So you all start pulling on the door. You can see these creatures coming through. A bunch of them had followed, and then from around the corner, Kethra comes running through. She did not lose track.
Holy fuck!
I'm
Around the
gonna
corner.
have one more. We're gonna go with we're just gonna go with strength checks from everybody.
Oh,
I can tell you that's a fail right
Group-
now.
that's a
I mean,
probably a
Yeah.
fail for me.
Strength check
Maybe we're gonna nat 20.
to see
That's probably a big
shit.
old fail for me because I got
how
negatives.
quickly you open this door.
Nat 1.
Oh, man.
I love
9
it.
minus 2, so that's a 7.
3.
Well, we're not a strength-based group.
No, we're not. We are not.
Very bad.
We are not. We're all slender people.
Yeah,
like
not a single strength-based.
none of us can
As
really
everyone
swing
is,
like a heavy
That's
Staring at the-
sword.
charisma, wisdom, charisma.
As everyone's like clawing at the door,
We
like,
got a bunch of
Kai,
Malcolms.
Kai,
I can't do it.
I can
Kai
sweet
comes
talk
up
the
with
door
rolling
open.
a 20.
Oh. But we got a 1 over
Hey,
here.
look at you.
So sorry.
Big strong cat.
3.
3, 20,
9.
9,
7.
7, and 1. All right.
Stick my heel inside, like in like the crack in the door. Pull it open.
All right, so here's what we're going to say happens. You have reached the core building. You are pulling the door open. And not Kai this time. D4.
Roll for Theratrix. Is that
No. D4.
anything you can do?
I'm going to do a D4 roll. We're going to start here. 1, 2, 3, 4. One of you is going to have to make a roll against one of the creatures. 3. As one of them comes up and is probably about 10 feet or so away from you. As they start to approach, the door is sliding. You are running into it. Go ahead and make a wisdom save.
17 plus 1.
I'm going to tell you, you got lucky with that +1.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Oh, but get ready, it's still gonna sting.
Yep, it ain't gonna.
Still
be...
gonna suck, yeah.
Oh, I saw when I listened.
You're going to take, because I don't want
that
to roll
blew,
right
that
now,
blew. That blew big time. That was not fun.
22 points of damage.
What?
That was a success.
Like everybody
Everyone else
was like
took
hit with like a
40
40 something.
I took like 40. I was like, you're
I
you know,
think you
pretty
had
good,
like
Eldon.
30 something. Yeah, just because I'm not rolling. I could roll. You want me to roll?
It's not, I don't think that's
no, he's
necessary.
fine.
It's not fair.
He's
It's
fine.
not
No, no,
fair
no,
that he
he's
only
fine.
got
No, it's
22.
not necessary.
No,
Not
he's
at all.
fine. He's
No,
fine.
we'll just go with 22. 22 points of damage as like the last thing, like you can feel the pain of something trying to rip not physically rip your brain out or anything, although that might be what it sort of feels like, but something trying to pull out from all of the orifices on your face. Pull memory from
I
you.
hope to God that your little clip thing grabs your face when she said the word orifice. It was beautiful.
Yeah,
Your reaction was great.
That was so great.
It doesn't physically happen, it just feels like that. As the last thing that you see is you can see one of the creatures, it tries to change its face into yours, but is not able to as you shut the door behind you. And you are all in this metallic building. There's no windows on the side. And that's where we're going to take a break as you all take
Bar the doors!
I need a cigarette.
So we return, all of you catching your breath within a metallic building, having followed the weakened instructional tablet Gaia to your destination, being chased by what you now know to be oblexes, intelligent, highly intelligent creatures that steal memories and replicate bodies with those memories. You made it, Eldon just barely making it through the door, feeling the pain of something trying to be ripped from inside your skull, but successfully sliding the door back behind you. That said, you all find yourselves in a room unlike anything that you have ever seen before. Again, the metallic base here. You turn around, and in the center you can see the ceiling goes up as a dome, and probably like somewhere between 60 and 80 feet. It's really hard to tell. It opens up to the sky up at the top, and this is how you were able to see the light that was emanating from a crystal that just sits floating. It is probably about the size of one of you. It floats in the center of the room, surrounded by a basically like a moat that as you step up to the edge, there is a I can't think of words. It's like a wall, and it has a fence or whatever. What the hell am I trying to say?
Bye.
Banister. Banister. And as you kind of step forward close to it, you can look down, and there is a deep hole that goes down, not for forever. It's brighter in here because of the light emanating from this crystal shard. It does go down. There's all kinds of wires and like lights and things that you just can't comprehend. You don't know what they could possibly be used for around. This circular room. You do see that there are doorways that lead off probably into hallways and other areas of this building. But right there in the center, just as you walk in, there are like panels all around the banister as well. They're all blank at the moment, and looking at the tablet, you have a feeling that they would have been very similar probably with the holographic or something popping up. But this crystal core just floats. It's probably, we're going to say probably like 60 to 70 feet away from you, even standing at the edge. This is a very large room. And it pulsates with different colors, starting, we'll say, with like white as you walked in, and then very faint, like pastel, just going through all different colors. And as it does, you can see the other lights in the room pulsating very, very slightly, very like imperceptibly. Probably as it gets out, there's no pulse because everything else is so far away. But this is where you are. Very soft light coming off of it.
First things first. We could get in here by sliding the door. Presumably they can. So is there any way to, like, bar the door?
Sure. What are you thinking of doing?
I don't know, whatever's around that we can lift and put in front of the door and weld it or something.
What is the sliding door? Is there a lock mechanism of any kind?
You, make an
Ellie,
investigation
the door
check.
locks.
Make an investigation check.
Is
Him
it
or
quiet or is there
You could say.
sound?
What do you mean?
Like in the room.
In the room, you can hear the sounds of the creatures outside, yelling, and like some of them are like pounding on the door on the side of the walls. You also don't know how many entrances there could be to this building, so throwing that out there. In the room, it's quieter, but with the opening up at the top, you can still hear the ambience from outside. Maybe a faint hum, but you kind of trying to focus on that. Remember that there's always a little hum in this world that you hadn't noticed was there until you found yourself in an anti-magic field and it was gone. So it's quiet except for what's going on outside. So you both can roll. Did you roll?
12.
Okay, because I was going to say with advantage or
15.
You together notice kind of scrambling, and those of you holding the door to make sure that they don't come in and make sure that there's no cracks. You do notice that there's a manual way to like lock this door, pulling down on a lever that causes something to like slide through and then it shuts it down. Probably a emergency thing in case magic was not available. That said, you do still feel like you have very little time here. You're here, this core is here. But if there are other entrances, or even like up at the top, if they can crawl up and like come in from the top, you just don't know.
Take the metal woman out of your pants so that we may ask her questions.
The metal woman out of your pants.
Very faint energy at this point. Like the map is no longer accessible, and you can see just very faint buttons that are still available on this metal slab.
How do we turn this on?
Take my glove off.
Just pulling a robe.
You hear a
Okay.
quiet voice that says, "I am a personal tablet. The information that you are seeking is not available to me, as this core was protected and maintained by those above, the folks that I was designed to interact with. What are you hoping to achieve?"
We want to get the elevators, as you called it, working so we can get up to the surface.
Amplifying the power of the core reactor should give power to the elevators and allow you to go to the surface.
Yes, how?
I am a personal tablet. Ayla, what were you planning on doing?
I was gonna, like, boost her juice.
Okay, roll a
She's
d20.
she's a personal device. And
Yeah.
cannot
She's our new friend.
Just a straight roll.
Yeah,
13.
13.
It's a lot of jiggling.
2 points of damage as you grab onto the like a little zap.
Static.
You see the light from the tablet begins to glow a bit, and Gaia states, "I sense that I have been charged."
Yep.
However, I am not connected to the main frame.
Can we do that?
What's the main frame?
I see no pictures hanging on these walls.
Unfortunately, with the power in this station being low and or not functional, you will not be able to connect me to the main frame. You must amplify the core.
Amplify the core. Okay. So the core is like floating. It's high up and it's far from the sides. Are there things connected to the core?
No.
It's just floating there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure I can do something, but I gotta get to it.
Like Kai said, that is probably not the best idea.
Well, I don't know that we have any other ideas.
No, we only have one view, so anything crazy like hugging that is not the best course of action.
If we stay here and we can't get out, there will be 0 of all of us. So it may be a risk.
What's your idea, Iolite?
Well, I don't know how to get to it.
But if you could, what do you think?
With everything else, when I've touched it, it's...
You
I
think
if I can
you think the
channel-
close proximity to your shard might amplify it?
I think so, and I can kind of like focus on it and like try to amplify it myself too.
Okay.
You hear a crash somewhere inside of the building, somewhere in beyond your vision.
How far is it like from the side, and then how far is it down?
It's really hard to tell how far down.
Okay.
But it's a drop that would hurt, and
Okay.
not a drop that you could like climb down and then go up. It's 50.
Are you
How
sure?
about from the side? Like if I was trying to get to it, how far?
It's about 60 or so, 60 to 70 feet from like if you were to get up on the banister and leap, it's floating intentionally, not an easy distance to reach.
Okay.
There's no catwalks or anything that
Not
looks like it's suspended that could come down.
Not that you can see. I would say it's reasonable to believe that perhaps there is a way to get over there, but with there being no power.
Maybe we should try these other tablet-looking things first.
Could be a place to start. I am going to heal myself first a little
I
bit.
was just gonna say, if anyone could spare a spell. I'm still not doing very well.
Oh, yeah.
And Kethra will cast Cure Wounds at first level. It's 1d8 plus 4.
Why don't we use this bad boy?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
That's just for
1d8.
decoration.
It's just for
I'm doing
show.
a healing word at 3rd level on myself.
I could cast mass healing
plus
word,
4? You're welcome.
but I would have to.
You're
I'm out
welcome.
of spell slots, so it may not
3.
work.
You're welcome.
Are
That
there
help
any
at all?
locks on the other door? Like how many other
I
doors
should
are
probably
there?
do it. I'm doing
Um,
a damn self, right?
Yep, absolutely.
I'm also going to cast on first
5.
level again Cure Wounds on
Are there-
myself.
Shit, that's a lot of doors.
Yeah.
Can I walk around and see if there's
another
locks on them the same or of something of the same type?
Sure.
As in,
I'm not going to have a roll for it, but it definitely will take probably a minute or two to get all the way around this area to.
if there's locks, I'll walk
Yeah.
each one to try to buy us a little bit
You're
more
welcome.
time.
I only got 22 points.
Sounds
That
good.
fun.
Theatrix can help you. Just kind of sliding across and
If we use spell slots without a spell, we could also possibly take damage, right?
there's a 65% chance that it will not work and a 35% chance that you take damage, yes. Depending on what it is. I won't say take damage, I'll say that it doesn't work in your favor, whatever that means.
I could try to risk casting aid on everybody.
Not if
Again.
It's gonna,
Not if it's going to hurt you.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
No.
There's a 30% chance that it might not. Or might, I forgot, whatever you just
When
said.
it comes to healing, it's kind of like up for interpretation. What would happen and how
how is
badly.
everybody looking after people? This
I just healed myself, so I'm fine.
I'm just over half now.
All right, here's what I'll do.
Yeah, I'm
If you don't want me to risk,
over half
You gotta
my
hurry
hit
up, that
points.
thing's
if
sticking.
we
I
don't
know,
want me
I
to
know.
risk this, I'm going to do
like a
Mantle of
hair.
Inspiration on the 4 of you, so you gain 8 temporary hit points.
Why, thank you.
Thank you. Kai, I'm gonna give you something too.
Yeah, I feel like it would be fun is if we put this like.
Right in front of the camera.
Not that it matters right now. You can immediately use your speed, up to your speed, without provoking opportunity attacks.
All right.
So I locked all the doors into this place.
The doors have been locked. There are approximately 5 of them.
Did we want to try powering up those panels? Violet?
Yeah, I was just gonna give Kai some healing.
Right.
I know. 6, Kai, 6.
Thank you.
Woo.
Pretty good now.
All right,
doing
I
much
will
better.
touch if all the panels look the
just don't let me
same.
get hit or I'm dead. Okay.
They,
Thanks.
yeah, it's even hard to kind of tell that there are even panels.
Okay,
like you're
I will
making
just
an
touch
assumption.
the closest
Okay,
one.
go ahead and make a roll a d20.
I feel like I already should have done that.
A nat 20.
Hey.
I'm going to say that you're only going to take 4 points of damage.
It's all right.
As you take your hands and place them on this panel, they're separate, it's all around the freaking thing that's floating there, but they're separate. So you put your hands down, you see the lights come up, multiple buttons, colors that you don't understand, and you feel that pain, but you have access to the power.
Guy, is there a way to translate all these directions?
You hold the tablet close, and she scans, and she begins to walk you through to the best of her ability. She's communicating words to you that you don't fully understand. You're going back and forth and trying to get the right instructions. What are you trying to do with this knowledge?
I want to know specifically how to boost the power of the
So
crystal.
she communicates, lifting out the information that she has. You understand not a single word. In terms of how to use this to boost that, you do not have the understanding of the technology. She keeps talking about amplification. You need to amplify it. You need to amplify it. And that word keeps coming up. There are instructions, but without that knowledge, I can't even have you roll for it because this is so far beyond it. You're going to have to use
the flux capacitor.
right. It's like
Matter,
that.
antimatter,
You're gonna-
thermion radiation mixed chamber activates the vortex.
Is there a way to get access, to get closer to the crystal?
Yes.
Be asking.
Oh,
So you ask that, and she walks you through instructions that, yes, there are 2 that will come out and meet just underneath the crystal.
Like a catwalk or
Yeah,
something?
like a catwalk that.
Okay,
Comes
do
out.
that. Do that.
Okay. So you're able to put that through, and you see these 2 extended reach the center of this crystal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm booking it for the crystal.
Guy is right behind her.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to hold an action and shoot anything that comes at us.
Okay.
I'll hang
Yeah.
out with Ayla and
Moment
have
that-
Produce Flame ready to launch stuff at it and
As-
anything that comes through the door.
So Iolite and then Eldon and Kai are following. What's Theratrix doing?
The archers will stay with the other 2.
Okay. Because as this is happening, it took you minutes, to do this, and you can hear noises coming from within. You do start to see things seeping underneath and through cracks, much more slowly than you saw them pull themselves away when it was a larger crack. But the creatures are starting to come through. Go ahead and roll d20s for attacks, and we'll see as. Yeah, Theratrix too is fine. Iolite.
Dirty 20.
Nice. Okay.
Just a straight roll or adding our attack modifier?
Your attack modifier.
Okay.
Your spell attack.
Oh shit, that was
or whatever you're doing.
Nice.
Your open cantrips.
Hey, I got a dirty 20.
Hey, you see their
Nice.
tricks
It's
like
looking up a little bit.
fly over. What color was he?
He's black and red at this point. When I summoned him with wings, he was red again.
Okay, he's red.
It's fire.
Okay. Yeah, so just firing as like these oozes start to come in. You're in a brighter spot as you like had hit the panel. You saw a little bit more light come in to the space, so you can get that red color that is associated with these oozes. They are coming through. You run over and you find yourselves. This panel has again banister. What is that? That's not a banister.
Railing.
Railing. There you go. Protective railing so you do not fall off the side. Along the side, so it's not one of those precarious like. Why would you?
Not a
Like
Star
every
why
Wars
would you
every
build
Star Wars
something
fight
like
happens
that?
on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were trying to be safe. They're safety measures here. You end up right below this crystal, within touching, like you could touch it. As you get closer, Iolite, you do not feel the pull. At no point have you felt like you were being pulled to this, but as you get closer to it, you do feel like energy is growing inside of your chest. It's like invigorating, but a little, you just keep thinking back to your time at the Sidereal Assembly, and sometimes that feeling came with pain after. And they kept trying to prepare you for that. And as you're standing there, Eldon and Kai behind, what are you two doing as she is standing just below this?
Eldon would be kind of standing almost behind, ready to catch her if she like faints or falls.
Okay.
And he's going to be ready to cast cure wounds.
Okay.
Just in case. In case she gets murked by this thing, he's
Okay.
ready to be like, yeah, take this for health points.
Kai's looking directly up and around within like the immediate vicinity to make sure nothing is like sneaking around us.
Kai, as you are looking, you do see there are 5 different doors around, and these two and Thertrix, they can't handle all 5. You see one of the creatures, one of the Gith, actually starts running down the pathway that you're on towards
Like
you.
the opposite side.
No, like they came. It's probably again 60 feet there, so it came around and is running towards you with like the string following it as it goes.
Kai's definitely, if it's within 120 feet, he's casting Eldritch Blast.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
She said that as it ran out. She's like, it's running at you.
It's running at you.
That's 24 to hit.
That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
It's 6 points of force, and I think I get a second one if it's still standing.
It is still standing. Yeah.
Natural 20.
Oh.
All right. Okay. Yep. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is 10, 11 plus 3, 14 points of force damage.
So 20 points altogether. You you let loose the blast. It slams into the creature. It kind of like melts down into that ooze, and it gets left there. You see the tendril disconnect, and there's just like this puddle. It's still moving, but it's just kind of like jiggle like Jello. So
I don't know what you're doing, Iolite, but it might be the time to do it now.
Okay.
Okay.
You got it. No, just like not even thinking, just acting on instinct. Takes off the other glove. She already can feel that like the shard kind of doing something, so I'm going to like do when I'm doing my opalescent amplification to upcast spells, like I'm going to channel whatever that is and just put both hands right on it.
okay, go ahead and roll a d20. The moment Iolite touches this, the light that was in this room gets so bright that none of you can see. But what did you roll?
A 6.
6. What are you trying to do as you hold on to this shard?
I think I'm just trying to, that feeling of like when I could turn on like the smaller electronics, just channeling. I guess what I'm trying to do is like when I am able to use the shard to like upcast things, it's like channeling up that like extra power that kind of like just pushes through and out of me, and I'm just trying to like do that to the strongest degree I can to just emit the most power that I physically can.
Iolite's hands touch the shard. It becomes a flash of blinding white light. Everything kind of stops for a moment. You take 18 points of damage as you hold on to this. You feel the pain in your chest as if you're being pulled back to one of the worst experiment days, study days.
Freudian slip.
Your whole body just racked with the pain, and you cannot take your hands off of this shard. The rest of you, as she is there, and you're feeling so much pain that you can't even scream. It's stuck in your throat. The rest of you, as this is happening, her gaze is on this shard. The two of you are the only, Kai and Eldon, the only ones who are close enough. You all feel invigorated. Like the power within you has been amplified. You can feel the weave like coursing through all of you. You all have a connection to it. Theratrix's eyes glow. The creatures are coming through at this point. Like you two are trying to hold them off. Whatever you try to do right now with the weave in mind will be amplified in ways that you do not know. So there's almost like these electric tendrils coming off of the shard and reaching into you, amplifying your magic right now to try to get these creatures away from you. So collectively, what are you doing? Iolite's part in this is to amplify you.
Kai will cast Hex on the closest one and then start Eldritch Blasting it.
Okay. Kai casts Hex. You see the energy that emits from you. What does Hex normally look like when you cast it?
Normally when he does it, it normally looks like any sort of like veins or blood in them like turns black, like he's marked their blood, so it would almost like their inside like veins all turn black.
You see that happen to right now in this room. There are 12, 24. It's hard to tell. There's multiple creatures that have come through. You see that happen to all of the ones that you can see. It's very bright in here now. All of the things have been given energy. All of the dashboards, the like panels across, all have their lights flashing, and everything in your vision has those. Go ahead, and I'm gonna only have you do like, we're gonna say 3 attack rolls just to see how it goes. What is the next person doing?
I'll use this for the first one.
Is there any indication that she's in pain?
Just the blood
Absolutely.
coming out of her ears.
Yeah, she is in pain. But you also feel amazing. You feel like you have so much energy in you that needs to be released, and there are creatures coming down the path both sides. You are like, all of you are currently under assault right now. What'd you get?
13, 17, 18.
Okay. All right.
The only useful thing I have is my firebolt cantrip.
No, I'm not worried about spell slots, actually. Just, what are you going to do? You have been imbued with a level of power that you've never felt before. And right now, the trade-off is that your friend is being actively hurt by this shard, but it is amplifying all of you to perhaps get out of this space and move the creatures back so that you can figure out what you're going to do next, which very likely would be following your stars.
Okay, then I have something unconventional.
Yes.
Since it's a special case, can I use Hellish Rebuke not as a reaction, but as an actual action in this case, because it's amped up and shit?
Sure. What is Ayla? Oh my god. Ayla. What is she doing? What does that look like as you stand there with this power?
So her magic is typically that pixie light blue, but like feeling this supercharge, and I just get this feeling from within, knowing that I can push myself more than normal. The like little pixie blue kind of fades and then starts glowing red, and then my eyes glow red with the deep crimson, and then I just like bring it in, and my fists start to glow, and then my fists catch fire, and then I just like point out like this at like the nearest group of creatures, and literal hellfire springs forth from my hands.
Okay. I thought Hellish Rebuke was verbal.
We're doing special here. Okay?
Yeah, we're doing special here.
It's verbal and semantic. So
Somatic, yeah.
Somatic,
Okay.
and I say something in infernal.
All right. Go ahead and roll 3d20s.
3d20s.
Yep. All right. Who wants to go next?
That was a sigh of.
It's like one of those times to pull the pin. If it makes any sense. Just gonna do what I always do: cast Conjure Animals, and then Wild Shape. That's all I got. That's what I got.
Do I want me to add them up, or do you give you each?
Each individual.
A 15, a 10, and an 11.
Okay. All right. So, you, Kethra, what are you conjuring?
I was going to conjure one extra cave bear. Actually, no, I was going to do 2 brown bears.
Okay.
Do they fit in here?
That's why I did that.
there's
That's
lots
why I
of
did that,
space.
because I was like, I'm a cave bear, so let's not take up all the room with the other ones.
And you're changing into a bear as well?
Cave bear, yes.
Okay. So you see the space, like numerous bears begin to materialize within not just 3 or 4 or however many that you had planned on doing, but there are a lot of them.
The building shaking from bears.
Trampling through and trying to scrape everything. You can roll 3d20s and let me know what you get.
3d20s.
No bears.
18, 12, and 15?
Okay. All right. And Eldon.
I'm so torn between what I want to do and what I think I want to do. But, alright. So, the very first time this happened, he didn't mean to. It was all those weeks ago when we were fighting one of those giant pigs for the first time. It was actually when it was hurting Iolite.
Mm-hmm.
So, seeing Iolite in pain, and if you have, like, I don't know, blood coming from your eyes, or no, I don't know. He's gonna be filled with that same feeling. His eyes are gonna glow white. His scale, like that pattern, that glow, dark. But it's also gonna like almost like run down his arms, and he's gonna extend his hands, and he's gonna cast Vasquez Ire, magic missile,
Okay.
on everything in fucking range.
Okay. Roll 3d20s. As all of that energy, like not just 5 or 6, like they just start coming out and slamming into creatures.
10, an 11, and a 4.
Okay.
Wish that was better.
Iolite. So, as all of you feel this energy, you're slamming your magic missile force against the creatures. You see some of them like explode, and when they do, it's a very unusual visual, as like they don't explode into visceral pieces. It's just like this, and then ooze falling to the ground. The bears are slashing through. We are gonna say, hold on, I'm just gonna do general.
I like this army of bears.
What you notice about the bears is like once they have attacked something and swiped, they start to like poof out of existence. Another one might come forward, but it's like the magic can't keep up with them. They're arriving, they bowl forward, smash their head into something. Some of them don't even get a chance to really make an attack. It's happening rapid fire. There are rapid fire bears like coming through.
So badass.
Bears on parade.
That's a possible episode title, Rapid Fire Bears.
I'm going to have everybody make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
Me too.
Except for Ayla.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Ooh.
Which is good because I didn't get anything pluses for my
16.
bear.
Okay.
22.
Okay.
14.
What did I just do? 16 points of damage against freaking Kethra. My God. This
Kethra
night.
bear.
Did you get a 20 something?
22.
16 points. 32
Ow.
against the two of you.
Dude, you better go like hide.
This is like damage you're taking over time. It's not like an instant. This is like as this is occurring over the next minute or so. Iolite, go ahead and roll another d20. Your body starts lifting up off the ground, but hands still on the crystal. Like your hands are getting cut, but you can't feel it as you're going up this crystal, and you're no longer feet on the floor. Before you do that, I will say, does she want to let go, or does she want to hold on?
How aware am I in this moment of like what's going on around me? Do I know if there's success?
Make a wisdom check.
11.
You are locked in your own memories right now. You are aware that it hurts, but also feels amazing at the same time. You're amplifying all of the power around you, but you feel like you're going to be ripped apart as well. It's a torn feeling. It's like the most powerful that Iolite has ever felt in her life, at the cost of not being sure how long you can sustain this. But you're also right here. You can't see anything that's happening around you. It's white. The only thing you see is the crystal, and it is beautiful. And it is calling you in a different way than what you felt from the shards as they held them close to you in that laboratory or pulled them further away. It's a different call. It's almost like a sister, as opposed to a piece of yourself. It's adjacent, but not you.
I think as a person who has felt scared and powerless so much in my life, feeling this power makes me want to feel it more.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a d20.
14.
Okay. The rest of you can feel a continuation of this. You are making headway against these creatures, even though you don't really know you are, but you do. It's like you're so powerful right now, all of you.
If I take another 32, I'm so dead.
You don't even feel that. Like that happened to you, but you aren't aware of it. You are all in like barbarian rage mode, except you can think about what you want to cast. It is irrelevant that you are being drained of energy. It's not just hit points. Like you are exhausted. You are being used by whatever this power is to push back these creatures. I'm gonna have another round. Everybody roll 3d20 just to see.
I can't take more damage.
You can. You're gonna be fine. Iolite, you take 15 points of damage.
No, you can't take more damage.
I'm all right for now.
2 18s and a 4.
Okay.
19, 18, and 9.
Okay.
18, 18, oh, 18, no, it was 18, 9, and 4.
Okay.
10, 11, 19.
Oh, down.
What was it? 10, 11,
10, 11, 19.
19. Okay. Eight points of damage. Sorry, I need everybody to make a D. What did I have you roll before? Is it
Dexterity.
dexterity? That's what you need to roll.
Nat 20 again.
Nice.
Yeah, same here.
Oh, hey!
All right.
Cross table, I
Excellent.
can't reach you.
Ah.
The same.
8 points of damage. 8 points of damage.
14.
8 points of damage.
Seriously,
Nope,
Anna.
sorry.
This is actually the most
16
damage
points
I've
of
taken
damage.
Really?
since the beginning of the
8 points
campaign.
of damage.
You need to go hide.
I'm usually so good at staying out of the way.
Like, I'm not even fucking...
Again,
joking
you don't
with
even feel it. You are just like, you are blasting, and I came in and blasted. Like, you are blasted shit.
He's blasting with one hand and he's taking his sword as the other ones are getting closer. He's dual wielding sword and Eldritch Blast.
And Iolite is getting higher and higher up off of this platform.
And I am just like Iron Man levels of shooting hellfire out of my hands.
Blowtorches, like flamethrowers.
You see at one point, it almost looks like, it's almost as if with the bears, I'm picturing kind of Nightcrawler. Except they're all different bears. They're just like bamfing in, they attack, and then they like bamf out, and another one comes. It's not the same bear, but you're tag teaming as you like instinctively know where the next one is going to be coming up and head over in that direction, slicing, biting onto things, ripping the tendrils away so then the puddles happen. The crystal gets brighter, and all of the panels in this room light up. It's as if this whole space has full power at this point. But the light, too, is expanding out. You could see the creatures are starting to, like, less of them are coming in. Some of them are pulling back. What does Iolite do? You are about, although you wouldn't know it, you're like 20 feet up. Are you going to try to let go?
Do I don't know.
You don't know
I don't
if
know
you're
anything
up.
that's going
No.
on. Oh, I'm so in it. I'm just gonna keep going.
All right, go
I
ahead.
don't think she would have the wherewithal to be like,
So high
this
right
is the
now.
time to stop. Like, no. This is, yes, more.
Okay.
Blood.
Yeah.
More.
Go ahead and roll a d20.
18.
Okay.
Kylo Ren.
I was gonna say Kylo Ren was like, just her neck veins.
You all are on, I won't even say autopilot, but just Iolite's holding on to this, and now you are probably, the crystal like is rising with you up into the air, and you hold on to this, and very luckily, you only take 4 points of damage.
Oh, damn.
As you can feel it kind of coursing through you. I'm gonna have 3 more, and this is the last one. 3 more d20s.
That is my third or fourth D20 in a row.
Before, you know?
That's my third or fourth in a row.
All right.
10, 16, and 20.
Okay.
19, 7, and 4.
Okay.
17, 11, and 9.
Okay.
20, 11, and 4.
It's like every roll, we all had like a good spread of like a high number, a mid
High,
number,
medium,
low
low.
number.
And then just bottom of the barrel. Like, just bottom.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw. Last one.
Fuck.
17.
Okay. 6 points of damage.
So glad I watched
8.
it. So glad.
12 points of damage.
I'm down.
Okay.
7.
12 points of damage.
Kai is unconscious.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Dirty 20.
6 points of damage. Describe the last thing that you do before you pass out, because this is taking place over like minutes.
Do we
like a minute? or
feel
two. You feel amazing.
like higher than ever before?
You feel like nothing can take you down. So like, what is the thing that you're doing before you drop?
Just so the fire has been coming out of my palms with a continuous spring to the point where my entire body lights up like a Super Saiyan. Like the hellfire is surrounded all around me, and then I just one last like this type of motion, and the fire just goes out like all forward from my body, and then I just drop dead.
Not dead. Not dead.
Completely dead.
Dead.
D-E-D. Dead. All right. So Ayla drops. The rest of you don't. You don't even see it. What does Eldon do?
Eldon's still up.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you were asking only for people.
Oh no. How are you? Just blasting with that?
Yeah, he's like looking almost up at her, like these, since they can't miss just by the nature of the spell. He's not even looking. His hands are like out as he's shooting these like little pieces of energy, but he's like looking at her up high.
Okay. I actually want to know what Ayla would be thinking with all of this power coming through before she goes out.
Oh, it's that Palpatine meme. Unlimited power! Like you said, we're zoned out,
Yeah,
so
you
I'm
are-
just like...
Their eyes are yellow, right?
they're orange and yellow. Yeah.
I've seen eyes, man.
So just, her thought is just this... She's always felt a connection to the weave, and always, felt relatively powerful, but this is just like, holy shit! It's like the ultimate, riding the O train.
Sounds about
Incredible.
That's how she went out.
Amazing. Love that for her. She went out doing what she loved.
A big ol' orgasm. What's Eldon thinking?
Big ol' orgasm.
Big old nut, right?
Giggity.
Sponge monster.
Spooge monster.
How much on autopilot are we? Like we have actual consciousness.
Yeah, you have conscious thought. You're kind of focused wherever you're looking, so it's not like you would be able to stop.
Well, he's looking at her up high. almost like screaming because he's killing these things with the power, with like tears in her eyes because he doesn't realize it. He thinks that she's probably sacrificing herself to do this. So he's like freely crying.
Okay. What about Kai?
So Kai normally always in such control in order to not lose himself, just with the power as he's firing, swinging the sword, and then just the power becomes so great, takes the sword in both hands and almost like stabs it into the ground, and just the eldritch energy no longer just comes out of his hands, but it's like coming out of his chest, his arms, and his head and his eyes. It's just coming out from everywhere all at once before he falls.
Okay. What about Kethra and the bear?
Kethra and the bear is just literally just having a blast ripping this shit to pieces. Just, yes, one after another. Come on.
Okay. Iolite, I need one final D20 from you as you're amplifying your friends.
7.
Okay.
Bugging a bug zap.
Fucking a bug zap.
The light in this room is almost blinding, which means nothing for the creatures, but they are being pulled back from the searing fire and the force and the magic and the magical creatures that are coming at them. 13 points of damage, Iolite. As in this moment, you are able to let go. In fact, it forces you to let go. You get slammed with it kind of just, it's too much. It's like, it's at this point, it's not meant for this little shard in your chest to hold as much energy as being transferred to you from this much larger shard. So you get slammed out and back. I'm going to have you roll a d20 to see if you make it back beyond the railing that my brain can't hold on to that word.
Kethra and the bear is gonna have to make some cots and drag us out of here.
Nat 20.
You're like,
shit.
Oh, damn.
Nat 20.
nice.
All right, yeah.
I can do
roll
it
is
too.
more
I can do
nerve-wracking.
it too.
35 points of bludgeoning damage as you get
Is that
thrown
fall
back.
damage or just bludgeoned?
Bludgeoning from hitting the wall. Like you get thrown
Back into
back
the wall?
beyond the railing and into a wall beyond.
This thing's
Okay.
ridiculous.
35?
Yes.
I'm extremely unconscious.
I'm extremely unconscious.
You slam into the wall and like all of that wonderful feeling instantly gone as now it's just darkness. But what would be the last thing that she would see in the crystal before it expelled her? Or in her own mind's eye?
I think she sees this like weird, starry but distorted, wrong version of herself in the crystal.
Okay. I would go further than that and say that as she like hits the back and like her vision starts to fade, there's a moment where she remembers seeing Desi's face once when he came into the room, because so many times when they would do these experiments, it would drain so much and she would end up just wanting to sleep. Her eyes would close. And one particular time when he came in and like a smile on his face, the reassuring kind, like everything's going to be okay, you've done this so many times. And just as she was fading out, like his smile was the last thing that she saw. The rest of you, so Eldon, you see her go flying back faster than possible. The white light instantly fades, like not like a snap, but more of just a, if there was a sound, it would be like, it goes right back down. You come back to, like, you couldn't follow because she went so fast, so your eyes just are adjusting and you're turning. Kethra, you're still a bear, but all the other bears blip out of existence. Eldon and Kethra, you stand there. The room is brightly lit. It is much quieter. You can see the ooze like pulling itself out from underneath door frames and out from like holes that they had made. And it is just you standing there, breathing heavy, as 3 of your companions are on the ground and you are not sure how much time you have left before you need to get out of here. And that's where we're going to stop.